And we're live.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Everything
Can you
sounds
hear
really
me?
good. I think we can.
Can you hear me?
I think we can.
Testing.
Okay. Welcome to our final episode of this season's Tea Time. Yay!
Yes.
It's been so good. The ones I've seen have been so good.
I'm so
I've
happy
heard
to hear
good
that.
stuff. I've heard good stuff.
You heard
I'm
things-
excited.
Mhm,
Oh, that's
mhm.
so good. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, my dear lovely, woo! Milo! You're not allowed to do anything. You're at the table today. Oh my god.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay, sorry. That was Milo V3B, my B. Okay.
Mhm, mhm.
Sorry, I gave away the surprise, but could each of my guests introduce themselves and tell me your pronouns and your name?
Yes, my name is What Giraffe, also known as Gigi. I stream and post content mostly on YouTube under What Giraffe as the username. I am non-binary, but I mostly use she, her, they, them pronouns. So yeah.
And welcome, Gigi. Hello.
Yes. Thank you.
I am Milo. Tag Milo_V2B. I do lots of streaming on Twitch and posting on TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Soon to be hopefully more long form YouTube content. And my pronouns are he, him, and I am a he, him with large naturals.
Big booba.
I'm sobbing. Y'all are the reason I'm getting viewership today. That's really why I brought both of you on.
Appreciating the booba.
Oh my gosh.
We are the stepping stones. Just I'm the bottom step. Gigi's the next step up. Let's go.
Rocker says he is a he himbo.
Yes.
I'm so happy. I have been talking to Milo, I think, in ever, or at least a very long time. I don't know if we've ever been like sitting at the same stream.
Yeah.
We haven't like collabed. No.
Mm-mm.
I think the closest we got was like we were hanging out in voice while you were playing Sea of Thieves with Niles.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh my gosh.
I think my last with Lethia was I was sneakily helping her in a Minecraft server.
It was not sneaky. It was I was getting my booty cheeks handed to me by skeletons, and Gigi came in and just like boyfriend guarded me through this cavern.
Kitted out.
Gigi was a twerked up white girl goaded with a sauce.
It was great. I felt very good about it.
I
no, my love, I will protect you.
Yeah, I don't know why you first. I don't know if it was just because you kept seeing my name like Lethia fell from a high place, Lethia burned in lava, Lethia blah blah blah. But
I kept seeing you die, and I was like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it was like modded Minecraft, and I haven't even finished vanilla Minecraft, and so I was just exploring.
Wait.
But yeah.
I'm gonna ask an old man question.
Let's go, old man.
You can finish Minecraft?
There's technically an end game, yes.
Oh.
It's
today I learned.
It's the Ender Dragon. If you kill the Ender Dragon and then you go through the portal, it gives you like the end credit scene.
Yeah.
But you can still obviously play and do whatever because it's not the end.
Yeah, it's still sandbox.
I have inflicted emotional damage onto Rocker.
Oh,
That's
no.
okay. He's got a lot of that already. He'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out. But yeah, that was my last interaction with Gigi. How did we meet each other? How did we get this started? Where did we first meet everyone?
It was Niles, I think.
Yeah, it had to be Niles, yeah.
The center of
everything.
everything.
Niles
to
was
be less
doing
cooler
his
ginger.
his own little chit chat streams, and then I ended up on one of those for a little bit, and then I think you did as well, and so we all ended up in the same server.
Yeah.
And now we're connected spiritually, physically.
I remember being like, just like very ooh-woo, just like, hey, Niles ooh-woo, if you know, he like mentioned in passing that I could join the Discord, but then he never sent me the invite, and like a week later, I was just like, Niles senpai ooh-woo, if you would like to, you know, kindly extend a hand towards me. And then he's like, oh, yeah. And then he just like forgot to send me the invite again.
I'm crying.
And I'm just like, is he like letting me down softly here? Like, should I just not ask again?
He ghosted you.
And he just forgot.
Oh
That sounds
gosh,
more
not to
likely.
toot my own horn or anything, but at the time I was celebrating, I think 25K on YouTube, so he was very excited to send me the link.
Yay!
And holy crap, congratulations. You've broken big numbers since then, right? GG?
Yeah, I think I hit 32 the other day, so I was really happy about it.
GG!
Nice.
Mhm,
Speaking
mhm.
of the numbers, 32 is a nice what, power of 2? Actually, is
32?
32,000 a power of 2 or just
I have no idea.
I feel like if 32 is a power of 2, isn't 32,000 a power of 2?
I don't think
I
so
mean,
actually.
every round number is a power of 2, isn't it? No, that's not right.
No.
It's just divisible by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, three VTubers doing math.
This is
I
math.
majored in art, okay?
I mean, I'm majored in programming. I still don't know.
Yeah, 2 to the 16, 2 to the 5th? Is it 2 to the 5th?
2 times 2
to the
is
4th?
4, times 2 is 8, times 2 16, times 2 is 32. To the 5th.
Yeah. But then you multiply that
By
times 10, but that's not a factor of 2 though.
Welcome to VTubers attempt to do math.
This is the rest of the stream.
2 VTubers.
No brain cells.
Oh lord. Well, okay, to save chat and our brains from this session is supposed to be about online etiquette, building a brand, and CreativiTEA, spelled TEA at the end. And I have 2 very, very qualified people to talk about that. So let's get started with before that, let me know a little bit about y'all's content. Maybe about what you've been streaming recently or what you like to stream. Any big projects?
Go for it, GG.
I've got a couple of things in the work. I just wrapped up a huge audio series that I've been doing on YouTube.
The vampire
the
Night at the Gala,
soiree,
right?
Yeah, which was a really fun series that I really enjoyed doing. And I do a lot of stuff like that on my channel. I put a lot of sort of fantasy stories, role playing audios, and that kind of thing. Doing a lot of voice acting type stuff. Streaming wise, I just do whatever I want for the most part. I think
including
people just
many
enjoy
Minecrafts.
seeing me. Yeah, Minecrafts, video games. I did a typing challenge the other day, and people were shocked that I type really fast. I have a 90 word per minute speed.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Keyboard ASMR.
taka.
Yeah. But yeah, but that's kind of my stuff. How about you, Milo?
So I have been. I took a week and a half off because I was working a lot. But I like to stream mostly. I say I like to stream mostly Souls-like games, but lately it's just been Yakuza and Zelda and Pokemon.
Yeah, you do play a lot of Pokemon.
Not anymore, thank God. I am all poked out.
Oh no!
I finally beat it after about 32 goddamn years.
Wow.
You poked your last mon.
I poked my last mon until Pokemon butt and cheek come out. I don't know. But recently I did a you've probably seen a few of our contacts in this sphere. Soft giving his contact a few of them. I did a fundraiser for the Trans Empowerment Project a couple of weekends ago.
Oh yeah, fun. How was that?
We raised $2,000, which is really nice.
Oh my god,
it's really good.
Yeah. It was mostly down to one very generous donor towards the end, but even without him, thank you so much, Clock. But even without him, we still would have gotten $600-700. So it was really good.
That's so cool.
And yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff. I hunted a shiny Sylveon because trans colors.
Yeah.
And I had to go back to Pokemon for that. But that's neither here nor there. I like to stream a lot of stuff. I played Outlast last night, and for the content other than that, I've been doing a lot of TikToks and shorts, edited little clips. And I'd be happy to excited even to talk about those. Thrilled even talk about those and how they're kind of not really performing and what I think's going on with that.
Ooh.
I get push notifications on them, but I'm gonna be real with you, but I don't click on them.
Yeah.
Oh no.
and I get it, and I think I'm formulating a hypothesis on why, and so
Oh.
I think that'd be an interesting thing to talk about
Oh
today.
yeah, absolutely. I would
Yeah.
love to. Oh my
Dive into that
gosh.
one.
You guys are doing such interesting things. That's so cool.
What are you doing, Lethia?
I
Tea time.
am doing, I think mostly just tea times. I want to get back into League. There's a new TFT season. I'm obsessed
I gotta
with.
go.
God.
I gotta go. I gotta. This is over.
I'm like,
I
not.
will be honest though. I do take the League client is installed on my computer just because I love playing Teamfight Tactics.
TFT is so fun. Devil Up is so fun. Yes, Rocker, you can coach me in TFT.
Add me, Blush. Add me.
Yeah, I need stream players to play with it. I'm making other friends play with me, and they're tired of me asking. So I think I just need to do it back on stream. I did TFT when I first started, like before I started doing tea times, like literally before I even started making schedules. I did TFT, so it has a special place in my heart. And I maybe have dropped like too much money on the little devil Teemo chibi that came
No,
out.
I understand. I have my $100 Annie skin that looks just like you, and
Oh my goodness.
and I love it to bits. Whenever you get the execution and it does like the little Anna from Spy Family grin.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
It looks so good. I have that one on my Korean account, but I can't get into it anymore.
No, Lethia pout.
Oh, we actually did. Zen redeemed a humph. Have y'all humphed before?
No.
I have. I do it because of you. It's so much fun.
It is so much fun.
What is, show me this.
All
What
right,
is this?
humph is kind of like Soon. So you're supposed to channel all of your princess energy, and you go.
Oh. So I go.
Yeah, and there's like a head turn with it, and you gotta put your chin up a little. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it so much.
That's perfect. I don't have any pointers. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a professional.
Do you remember when you got Coda to do it? That was my favorite thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh,
seeing Coda go.
Clip of that.
It's so much fun.
Cute.
Everybody needs a little silly in their life. Okay, well, I'm excited to get started. Let's start. Do y'all want to start with online etiquette, or do you want to start with branding, or do you want to start with being creative? Any preferences there?
I think like online etiquette might be fun to start with, just because I feel like I have less to say about that, so it might be.
Oh, I've got.
I'll
so
say you
much
say that
to
now,
talk
Milo.
Yeah.
You say that now. Okay, let's see. So what chat doesn't see is I make all of my guests go through a rigorous training process full of like a physical
There's Rocky
exam,
music.
and they have to give me the social
It was
security
hard.
number.
I had to pass the test.
Yeah.
It was difficult.
It was 2 to the
Yeah.
power of whatever. There was a time section,
gonna say.
The
essays.
proctor kept like telling me that I was doing a bad job, and it made me nervous.
Who was that proctor?
You.
It was me.
It was Lethia, yeah.
Fired. I'm fired.
mustache.
It was. Uh-oh. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So okay, yeah, where that was going, what? I gave everybody a Google Doc that has some of the questions like for brainstorming purposes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read off the question, and then y'all can give me your answers to it, I guess. That sounds like yep, that's what we're doing. Royal decree. Okay.
Decree.
So
I am getting girl bossed in real time.
you're getting girl bossed and gaslit. First question.
Gaslighting was before this.
What are the do's and don'ts of being an online creator? What about as a chatter or a lurker?
So I think my response to this was just like being open, kind, supportive in both aspects, and try not to overextend yourself or burn out. And one of the things I think that people kind of make a huge mistake, at least when they're first starting out, is that they don't know how to say no. So people will ask them all the time for stuff, or they'll get like really pushy, and people don't want to ban them, or they don't want to like reprimand them for breaking rules because they're like, oh, this is my viewer, I don't want to scare them off. But you gotta have a little spine. You gotta say no.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And it's tough too, particularly in the like, sub 10 to 15 viewers. You're just like, well, that's 10% of my viewership if I ban this person, right? Like,
Yeah.
so it's really tough to like, but also it's important to be willing to do that just because like if they're like killing the vibe, um, and like vibe check is like kind of a blanket rule I have, right? But like killing the vibe is like gonna ruin it for everyone else who's just like kind of
Hmm.
sitting there vibing, right?
Exactly. I have a personal rule. It's what you allow will continue. So if you're building a community
Gigi,
and
could you say
you
that one more time for the people in the back?
that is what you allow will
Yes,
continue. So
ma'am.
if you don't crack down on it, expect more of it.
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah.
slippery slope of like, and that can apply to more than just like chatters, right? Chatters like being
Mhm.
silly. It's just like, oh, that can be the slippery slope of like, oh, suddenly I'm a lewd tuber, or like suddenly I play Pokemon for 7 months straight. Like,
Yeah.
Whoa.
And there's nothing wrong with either of those things, but like if it comes to
Mhm, mhm.
your branding or what you want your channel to be, and you find that you're doing something that you wouldn't necessarily want to include, uh, put the
Yeah,
kibosh on it.
Yep.
yeah. That was something I was dealing with a little bit, like 3 or 4 months ago. I just kind of realized after a little bit that I was being like very, very like playful and flirty all the time, and I was also saying the f bomb, flat fabulous. I was
Yes.
saying that a lot, and I was just like, I don't necessarily want to be like like a clean like squeaky clean VTuber,
Yeah.
right? But also I don't want to be just like um curse words and talking about peeners and vagoos all day either,
Yeah.
right?
I don't want to be unrated. I want to stay PG-13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree
So
with what you said very much in the beginning. I think that was one of the first lessons I learned was like they don't have to necessarily like break a rule. You can just ban them for the vibes. Like if the vibes are
Mhm.
not
mhm, mhm.
there, it's like your channel and you don't have to please everybody. Even if it is like 10, 20, 50% of your viewer base, if they make you
Yeah.
uncomfy, you're allowed to like
Come
gently
out.
ban or hard ban. You
Yeah.
could just bonk
hmm
You
You
don't
can just
even
bomb.
have to
You
give
well,
them a
yeah.
reason. You can just kick them.
and that's okay.
You can just kick them. You don't even have to say anything either. You can just
Nope.
be like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like boop, boop.
I think my biggest issue is that I worry about, like, upsetting people.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, this person's gonna be mad that I kicked them," right? And I'm like, "Wait a minute. Why does that matter, though?"
Doesn't matter. Not at all.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
then what about being like a chatter or a lurker? How does that change it? Does your answer change?
Mm, I think no. I think it's, with the chatting and lurking obviously is like a social skill. Um, you
Mhm.
wanna if you're lurking, like, lurk and watch and support and do whatever. If you're chatting, make sure that you're, like, not trying to derail anything, and,
Mm.
pay attention to the rules because everyone's different, and every streamer you watch is gonna have a different level of comfort and, like, what they expect. Just be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true.
And I mean, we love our lurkers, by the way.
Yes.
Just like
Mhm.
I'm always surprised when because I like turn viewer count off while I'm in the middle of stream,
Yeah.
and then I'll just like go to raid someone and I'll be at whatever number I'm at, and I'm just like, holy crap, there was a lot of you lurkers there, just like vibing, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's
Oh,
like way
yeah.
more than I always expect.
I'll have my regulars, like, drop in, and they won't say anything, but they'll say, "Hi, I'm lurking," and then I know they're there, and that's why my numbers get up to where
hmm
they are.
Oh,
And it's
They
just
say
nice.
they say hi, geeky, and then they go into lurk mode.
Yeah, they
yeah.
say, "Hello, Gumball. Hello, Gumball Giraffe. Hello, Blue Lane."
Yeah. So then are there any like hard don'ts? Like Gigi, you said don't derail. Like things that maybe you would think are like common sense, but if you had to like explain it out to somebody, like what are some don'ts as a chatter?
From what I've seen, and they're kind of unspoken rules, some people will put them in and some people won't. Like, don't self promo, don't like talk about
Mhm.
other streamers, don't bring drama
Oh.
into the chats from like Twitter or anywhere. And sometimes don't backseat game
Yeah.
Some streamers will like it and be fine with it, and others, it can get annoying.
hmm hmm Yeah, I was gonna say trauma dumping, which
Oh, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
is like kind of an extension of like the drama thing. But yeah, just like I don't mind like if you're having kind of a crappy day, you want to come in, you want to be like, man, this just sucks. I'm happy to be here though. Just like, what are you doing today,
Mhm.
Milo? But like if you're coming in and you're just like, basically giving me country song lyrics,
My
while I'm
dog
out here trying to
died.
play,
My girlfriend left
yeah.
me.
I got hit by a train.
My tractor broke.
I got kicked from my static. Yeah.
No.
No.
um yeah, if you're coming in here, then that goes into the vibe check rule, right?
Mhm.
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 And
Yeah.
and it's not like I don't necessarily, care. It's just that like this isn't the place for that. I'm not your therapist. I'm not even necessarily your friend, depending on who you are.
Mhm.
And so it's like I just don't want to bring that energy into the stream. And
Mhm.
it's always awkward to just sometimes you gotta just be like, oh man, that really sucks, but I am not comfortable talking about it, so let's move on
Yeah.
to something else.
So like
Yeah.
address it versus just ignore it.
You
Yeah.
can be pretty firm and still pretty nice at the same time.
hmm
I think the way that I usually will handle it, especially if it's like, oh, something really like serious, be like, hey, that really sucks, and I'm sorry you're going through that. Hopefully, we can hang out and take your mind off of it a little bit. So let's have some fun,
hmm
and then go
Oh.
from there. And that's one of those things. If they keep kind of venting, uh the stream is not the time or the place for it, so I'll usually just mute them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Time out. Time out corner.
hmm
Give them a little quiet time.
Quiet time.
just a little
Ooh.
just a little pat in the form of a bonk.
Well, I know
Gentle.
you're in your feelings right now, but we're gonna have you in your feelings over there.
Over there. Yeah, and it will be okay.
It will
I
be all
hmm
right.
I cannot do anything for you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are very good. Those are good points.
And then like Gigi brought up earlier. Wait, what was the thing you said? Gumbu?
Yeah.
Gimbal.
Gimbal.
Gimbo? Yeah, Gimbo said. Yeah, Gigi said earlier, just like no self promo. You would think that would be obvious, but like like most things, it's a bit of a spectrum of just like how people don't quite understand always what self promo is, or what even like other channels promo is.
Oh
Like,
yeah, what counts as promo?
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
just like if you come in and you're just like, um like I don't particularly mind that this happened, but I did note it as like, oh, technically this is like promo, and I'm okay with it in this case because it's his VD. And
We
actually
love
now
this
me
movie.
talking about his VD right now, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm promoting as VD on
No,
Leslie's channel,
it's
but
fine. Yeah.
but I just I have this like cute little text to speech model that pops up,
Mm.
and every once in a while I'll get someone who comes in and uses it, and usually they're really 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 a big fan of his VD, and they'll come in and they'll say something that like makes it clear that they're obviously watching and engaged with my stream, but they like kind of bring up V in like a kind of roundabout way, sort of. And like I don't
Mm.
I don't mind it because she's my VSib and my friend, and I've established that I like her a lot. But also it's just like in like, a vacuum, that's a no-no, right?
Yeah.
Uh
Yeah.
and it's not like he uses a text to speech to be like, go watch twitch.tv/SVD
As
who is
VD,
live
yeah,
right
no,
now.
Yeah.
no.
He's just like, oh, that looks like a tasty burger. It's like a good thing it doesn't have tomatoes, or SVD would
Oh,
hate
like
it.
the in
Just like
jokes.
something like that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? hmm
Yeah. And that can be a little bit discouraging as a streamer, because it's very apparent that those are not like your fans, or those
hmm
people aren't necessarily there for you. They're there
Mm-hmm.
because that streamer likes you. Um like I get a lot of comments in my YouTube that are kind of like similar to that in the Twitch way.
hmm
Except it's more along the lines of like, oh hey, so and so brought me here, or I clicked on this video from so and so's channel, or so and so did
Oh,
this
yeah.
script before.
Mm.
And depending on the tone, it can be fine, but sometimes it's just like very apparent. They're just like, oh, I just watched this because my other YouTuber isn't making content at the moment.
Yeah, the worst is like the comparisons of like, oh my god, you're just like this one, but shorter. Or you're just like this one, but if they were
Yeah.
a demon or whatever it is. And I'm like,
I don't ever have that. No, because I'm so unique.
What's your app?
Yes.
What?
That draft.
What?
This is kind of a weird thing. I wanted to ask you guys, do you ever deal with like chatters who come in and they kind of have their like, unique shtick, and
they
they
RP?
RP.
Not necessarily that, although that's an interesting thing we can talk about too, but
Okay.
just like they have like their shtick that they come in and do, and you can tell that they're kind of like making their rounds and doing that same one thing to every person in like their little group, right? So like,
Mm.
I have one guy, and I don't hate this part. There are other examples I won't give just because I don't want to like make it hurt anyone's feelings while I'm on someone else's channel. But there's one person who comes in, and literally all he does every single time he comes in is he sets up for a D's nuts joke and he waits.
Oh my god!
Right?
And I'm just like, I know what you're doing, buddy. Even if I don't know how it's gonna be a D's nuts joke, I'm just like, okay, well, it's you. I recognize you.
I know what you're doing.
I know what you're doing. You do it every time. and then the payoff is always just like these nuts. And so sometimes I've learned to deal with that by like just I used to get annoyed by it, but I've learned to deal with it by just like kind of leaning into it and just being like, oh
yeah,
the guy's here. It's time to do the thing. How's it gonna do?
Cringiest dad joke motherfucker ever.
Yeah. I pull out like the
Nice.
And so I was wondering, I have other examples of that are a little more egregious that I just won't get into here, but I was wondering, do you guys deal with anything like that, and how do you feel about it?
I think I do to an extent. A lot of some of my streams tend to devolve a bit because I have very severe ADHD. And my brain just responds to whatever input it's given.
Need my
a lot of those
jingly
times,
keys, jingle.
Jingle.
I've been jingling so many keys. But a lot of the time I devolve into like really, really bad pickup line puns. And none of them are super bad, but it's all from like people trying to like use the comments to be surreptitiously flirty, and I pick up on it and I decide to bully them with puns. But now they like the puns, so I guess it's kind of backfired on me.
Yeah.
They're just like, that's my kink.gif.
Oh no. Yeah. Like you were saying, Milo, I think like the not content, what's the good word for it? Like the problem in general with these kind of interactions is it's harder like when you're doing things live, because then you're responding to things live and they want, like, whoever they are, they're coming in hoping for some kind of like ruse or rise. Yeah. And so kind of like what Gigi was saying, like if you don't like nip it in the bud, or if you don't like, I guess, ignore it, then it will be invited to continue. I haven't had any crazy issues of that. I've had like because I did a lot of stuff like completely by myself, like with no mods. So I did have like a couple people that would come in and just be, like they would have this kind of like shtick. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And so part of it is like, I'm just genuinely oblivious. And so they would like do it and like they would do their punchline and I still would not get the joke. And so I think that probably helped my case. And they were like, well, this isn't, I didn't know. Like, I was like, what's a nut? What's a D's? like
you didn't give them the reaction.
I didn't give them the reaction they wanted. And so I didn't have as much with that. Like, I think that was like my experience with like jokesters.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to do it too. To just be awkward about it.
Which a lot of people are really good at being awkward about it.
Hey.
Yeah, Letty, I think I might have been like watching when you were dealing with something like that. playing like the Dinkum or whatever.
Oh, the Australian game. I love that.
Yeah, that was super fun. Yeah, I don't even
Yeah.
remember what I was like dealing with. Like sometimes people just put weird things, and again, because I'm so oblivious, I just assume that I don't understand the inside joke. So I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, look at this alligator! And I just like, whoop, there it is. So it's like a
Jingle, jingle, jingle,
jingle, jingle, jingle. Like
Jingle keys.
I'm jingling the keys on a rope, and the rest of chat is just following along. So
Jingle keys.
Yeah.
Shockingly, the keys work very well.
they do.
It's almost unsettling. I have pissed off so many people in my chat by jingling keys in a slow part in a stream, and they go, "I was lurking. Why did you do that?"
Oh no! I thought it was funny though that when Milo started like his statement, Gigi and I were both like, "Oh yeah, the role players," and Milo was like, "No." We were like, So do you get role players in your chat, Milo?
I've had a couple of them. Yeah, like when I was. Are either of you familiar with the game One Shot?
Mm-mm.
No.
Okay, well, One Shot is like a cult classic, and it's about this little cat boy Nico, and it's like a top-down pixel puzzle game, and it's a very emotional, beautiful, story-driven, and also very meta game where like a lot of the puzzles have you going outside of the game into like your own, documents folder
Like
and
the
stuff
code.
like that
Oh,
to solve them.
cool.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it's all very like, just like what is life? And
Whoa.
are you real? And is Nico real because you are acknowledging him and all of that?
Real if our feet are
real. And so when I was playing that, I ended up getting a lot of people who just loved watching people play One Shot for the first time because it is a very emotional experience. And I did have one person who came in though, and he was like, because One Shot is just so meta. He was kind of like being in my Twitch chat almost as if he was trying to be part of the game himself, right? Like he was just like
acting as a character.
Yeah, he was just like, giving little tidbits and like extra information, but also like presenting it as if he, I'm part of this simulation and he's here to
pokes head out of your user file.
Yeah. I just go into my notepad that I have and it's just his name there,
Weird. Oh, that would be so creepy.
Yeah.
I get more of the like demon dragon lord who's like, "Hello, small demon. It is I, Lord Darkness Ebony Ravenway. Show me your teeth and tails." And I'm like, I'm playing the Australian farm game. What is happening?
You're just like, sir, that is sexual harassment.
Yeah, beep, 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 beep.
I think YouTube comments are worse for it. Just because of the content I put out, and I end up removing some of them because they go, "Oh, I would do this and this and that in this situation," and then they call me mommy, and I feel uncomfortable.
Oh no!
I'm like, okay.
Why is the internet like this?
I am now banning you from this channel.
Yeah, time out.
Yes.
Time out.
Yes. I am not your mommy. I am your mother. Okay.
And I am disappointed.
Yes. I'm pulling off one of the chanclas and we're gonna have a talk.
Yeah, I got a whole like armistice of chanclas. Y'all gotta watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do deal with our peers a little bit in that sense too. I don't think I get it as much as you two. I wonder if anything of it has to do with like, people being more comfortable doing that sort of thing in like a female presenting.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if that's
stream.
like a female presenting versus male presenting. If the audience is that different, because I do feel like I only get it from like male vibe chatters. I don't know for sure. Who knows?
Yeah, I would agree with that. Even with like comments and stuff, I think, especially with the kind of content that I put out, being like adventure, role play, like romance kind of stuff, I get a lot more of it. I think women can be just as outrageous as men, but it is men are a lot more comfortable displaying that quickly.
They just whip it out. Whip out the comments.
They just whip it out.
Phrasing. But yeah. I would be surprised if we didn't get a bit more of that than you did, Milo, just because of
Yeah.
gender
do get-
gender assumptions.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. I get a little bit of it. Like there's one or two people who just, but it's kind of also mixed with like self promo when the two people I'm thinking of do it. You know, they just come in, they're just like, "Hey, catchphrase, I'm here. I'm here because you were doing something interesting. Hey, wait a minute, this isn't." And then he like just talks about whatever he's been doing recently, just like, "This isn't Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 speed runs."
Oh
And I'm just like,
man.
"No, it's not."
Nope.
No, it ain't.
No.
You should go back to your own channel and do that.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Wow.
That's a hard ignore from me. Suddenly I'm illiterate.
Suddenly I just
Suddenly
didn't
I'm
see your
illiterate.
comment at all. Wow, the chat's just scrolling by so fast.
That was so quick. I get one message every 30 seconds and I'm like, where? Whoa.
And sorry, I was really focused on the gameplay.
Oh, alligator.
Alligator.
Ooh,
Woo!
alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can never read to begin with. I just get lucky sometimes, and sometimes I don't get lucky.
Sometimes the words come out right.
I'm just an
Sometimes.
extreme empath. That's how I can like feel
Yes,
the vibe of the
Milo.
messages, you know?
It goes straight to your little chip in your brain.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah.
Magic. Well, okay.
Yeah, I would think just like kind of the number one takeaway I have from being a chatter and lurker is just like, you know, like trying your best not to be, not to be weird, and to pass the vibe check, and just like I'm like kind of stumbling over my words here, but like, I feel like it's important to just be genuine and just be engaged with the stream that you're watching.
Yeah.
And then if you do that, then like whatever you do naturally will probably be fine, right? Like you don't really have to worry about it as long as you're coming in there just with with good vibes in your heart, right?
Yeah.
It's just the things you want to kind of watch out for are just like, don't talk about things that you wouldn't want to talk to if you wouldn't want to talk about if you were in the streamer's shoes, and that includes like your own channel and like trauma dumping and stuff.
For sure. That's like the perfect chatter for me, is somebody that's there because they want to see me do whatever it is I'm doing, and they want to like interact. They don't even have to necessarily interact. You can lurk and be that way, but like you're there to like be like there to like just like support whoever's there, and to like if you want to get involved, ask questions about the game, ask like questions about the streamer. Like if you wouldn't like say it like with your real face, don't say it.
Don't say it.
Like don't do it. That's my 2 cents.
If you wouldn't say it in front of a person on the street, maybe you should keep it to yourself.
Oh yeah, don't whip it out. Keep that zipped up.
Keep it zipped up. Keep it covered, man. I don't want to see that shit.
Oh nope. Dang. Okay, that was pretty good for question number 1. Woo, go team.
Yeah.
Okay.
GG, we're doing so good.
You're doing so good.
Okay. Yeah.
Full points, touchdown. Okay, question number 2. How do you maintain your online image?
I think my online image is kind of airhead, so I just be myself.
Nice.
Yeah, I feel pretty similarly. Maybe we needed a third guest who was like more practiced at cultivating an online image, or maybe Lethia, you have something more to say about it. But like in my case, I just there is very much not really a line between Milo and myself, the person behind the camera. It's just like Milo's just a name, and the avatar here is just like a representation. Like I act the same right now as I do in voice call, as I do in just at a restaurant.
It's like a character skin for me.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah.
What does base GG look like? Wait, no, I can't ask that. Hold on.
Base GG is just like the transparent pixels and like a morph suit.
I'm just like a black and pink pattern.
Yeah.
But I think it's just it depends on what you're going for. I think for Milo and I agree that we don't really have a specific image we're trying to project. We're just trying to be entertaining. So just be
Just having a good
yourself
time.
and be mindful of drama and what you say, and
Mhm.
yeah, try and keep
Yeah.
it light.
Mm.
Yeah, I would say that is something. I guess if we're talking about online image, like just not ruining what people think of you.
Mm,
I was coming at this question from more of a like lore and what is the character mean
Yeah.
to me and all of that stuff, and
oh yeah.
that's I don't really think about that sort of thing. But if we're talking about like just don't get canceled, there's there's
I
a
mean,
bunch of
yeah,
stuff
a
you
little bit of
can
everything,
talk about in that,
technically.
right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that can go hand in hand. I think you can be a little bit edgier as a character
Mhm.
without stepping into controversial territory, let's say.
Yeah.
Um, and you can be mindful of stuff and still be like edgy or
Mhm.
cool or cutesy or yandere or whatever.
Just so
Mm.
cool and edgy.
So then I have a
Covers my
question.
covers my left eye. Oh, the power is
Oh my god.
overwhelming.
I have the power of
Oh, I
God and anime on my side.
oh wow, I don't have anyone in my basement.
Oh my god. Oh, ooh, ooh. I'm curious then, because this makes my mind think of, there's a discourse I saw on, of course, always Twitter,
Mhm.
about how
Twitter, what's that?
as a who, a what? Yeah, it's gone. It's about to be a fossil, or ish. We're in
God,
the
I'm so
heydays,
upset about
guys.
that.
Um, but like if there's issues going wrong, like with that are talking about like politics or minority groups, or maybe there's
Mhm,
like
mhm.
world like catastrophic like climate events happening, and there's
Or
lots of people talking about it, like as an online creator, like are you obligated to talk about those things, or should you talk about
nah,
things?
It depends.
nah.
Okay.
It depends. I think if you feel the need to speak on it, I would speak on it as someone who holds a position of even as small as you are, like people still look up to you. So keep that in mind that there are people watching, and they will take what you say seriously. So if you do decide to speak on stuff like that, make sure you have all the information and you have a sound opinion and you can back it up. Um, and that will help. But I don't think you're obligated to say anything. In fact, if you really are getting pushback from people and be like, "Hey, I have opinions on this, but that does not affect my content, and I
No.
don't want to share them, and we're not going to talk about it," and
Yeah,
that should be respected.
Hmm.
yeah. No, I'm definitely in the same camp of like I have my things, I have my stances that I'm willing to talk about publicly.
Hmm.
And like I have a lot of like just like I'll speak up when there's a lot of like trans hate going on, stuff like that, just because I have a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
close friends in that community. But like in general, I don't feel the need to just be a part of discourse just for the sake of like being a part of discourse, right? Like when the whole submarine thing was going on and everything,
So weird.
half the people were making jokes and the other half of the people were like, being horrified at other people making jokes. And I just like I don't, we don't have to get into
Yeah.
that whole thing right now if we don't want to, but like or even just like, Twitter in general, just like male VTubers was a big talking point over the last week. And
Yeah,
I
that's
just
very recent.
I must have missed that one.
well, it's this is like the third time it's been a
Yeah,
talking
it kind
Yeah,
of
point, right? So
resurfaces.
it pops up all the time. That
yeah.
and like, oh, there's always something about some male VTuber. The ASMR Twitter sphere is really bad for this as well. It's kind of the same.
Yeah.
Um, and it's always some male ASMR artist doing some nasty thing or somebody flirting with
Mhm.
somebody or somebody broke up, and it's like that's not. This is high school drama, guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, and so I just don't like dealing with drama. And so I just kind of detach myself and I'm just like, okay, well, I'm having a good time over here. I'm going to post this funny picture instead.
Yeah, here's
Just
my
oh, look, it's a
meme.
hot
I'm an
pocket with
anime character on the internet.
Yeah, that's
mhm, mhm.
true. Yeah. You saved
Oh,
my
drama
life.
llama, yes.
I'm literally just an anime character on the internet.
I'm literally just an anime character. I make funny noises. That's it.
I have become anime.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think you should expect or like try to call your creators to action. Like, if they want to
Mhm.
speak on it, they will.
Hmm.
Period. Like,
If they're Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's something that's really important to them, then they'll talk about it,
mm-hmm.
right? And
Especially
they'll
if their
yeah.
content isn't based on it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm, mhm.
Like, we're not Hassan. I am not Charlie Moist Critical.
No.
I am I'm a fucking VTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I brought up like the male VTuber thing. Is I'm just like, okay, well, that's as relevant to me as it's going to get for a little while, and I still didn't feel the need to speak up on it, really.
Yeah.
But also, there was also a little bit of this whole like, well, if I say anything here, it's going to be just like hashtag not all men again, and I'm just like, I'll just stay quiet. That's fine. I don't care.
It's one of those things. Like, if you engage in it, you're gonna get more of it.
Yep.
Exactly. You go
My
back to
Twitter feed tends to be very calm because I don't touch it.
You go to my Twitter feed and it's just like going live post, stream ending post, going live post, stream ending post, and then it's just like musings about smoothies, and that's pretty much it.
What a lovely curated FYP.
I know, mine's all like, hey guys, I did a sketch of this, and hey guys, here's a funny joke, and hey guys, I am thinking about doing this, and here's a random thought from yesterday. And it's just kind of
I scheduled this post at 3 a.m. and I regret it now, but here we are.
Oh, okay. Roy redeemed a hydration and a stretch. I'm stretching.
Oh, yeah.
I will hydrate.
I got water.
Woo, we're going in circles.
I will also stretch. I was stretched to the left, and then I stretched to the right. Ugh.
My neck is going. Woo. I'm drinking. Did you guys make tea?
I have coffee. Does that count?
I have my water, but if we take a break, I'll go make some tea.
Okay, yeah, see, I also have water. So if I had tea, I was going to give you guys crap, but I don't, so you're safe.
I have some, you know what, tea sounds really good too. Whenever we, if we ever take a break, I'll,
no breaks.
I'll make some tea.
This is a marathon. What are you talking about?
No breaks.
No breaks.
You're not,
cracks whip.
You're not being
What do you mean breaks?
Oh God.
Oh no. Do we need a potty break? Are we feeling okay?
No. I'm okay. For
Milo,
now.
do you have to go potty?
No, not yet.
Okay.
I usually, it's just, if we go like an hour and a half, I'll probably want to.
Yeah, I usually go between like an hour and a half. I got a very consistent schedule here. My squirrel bladder is like, she knows what she needs.
Actually, I have that's not something I had planned to talk about, but just like later on when we're in like content stuff, we could talk about like ads and Twitch, and Gigi doesn't have to deal with this because YouTube is a severe platform in this regard.
Yeah.
But just like I have like a very scheduled, like every 2 hours I go on a break and I take a 5-minute break and I run a 3-minute ad.
Ooh.
I run 3 minutes of ads, and that gives me 60 minutes of pre-rolls off, and then I have 60 minutes of pre-rolls on, and then I take another break after 2 hours and I do it again.
That's a great schedule.
I'm so glad I don't have to maintain that because that would break my brain.
Yeah. We should talk about it more in detail later, but I'm curious to ask you a couple of questions about how you set up your stuff, Gigi. Because like I've got like YouTube whatever they call the premium. I just have it with
YouTube
my
Red.
Fi.
Yeah, I have Red too, so I don't see ads, but yeah, we can talk about that.
I don't even know why I'm here. I'm doing like none of the heavy lifting.
You knew what you was getting into. You know what we could talk about for a second is our color palettes here. I feel like Gigi and I we've got a nice like contrasting and complementary color palette, and then like Lethia on the other side is like
it's a very good balance you've made here. It's a good composition with the 2 on one and the 1 on the other, and it's like balanced in a sort of seesaw way. However, I do need to correct you, Milo. We are not complementary colors. We are tertiary complements.
Oh, tertiary, like I don't matter. Okay, I see.
No.
I see. I understand. I understand.
No. It's the angle on the color because mine would be a more reddy or red orange, and yours would be a more purpley blue. That would be a compliment.
Oh, okay. I was just saying because like my eyes are kind of the same color as your hair. You know?
I can see myself in your eyes.
Well, okay, back up, lady. Hold on. You're a little too close. Hold on.
Hello. Oh, I need to separate you two. Hang on. Gigi, you're in timeout. You guys come hang out with me. I'm moving you. Beep, 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 beep.
Also, just talking about art for a little bit though. Have you Oh no, now I'm all alone.
Okay.
I actually, Gigi brings up a really good point. Your whole thing here is set up really well. Just like you've got like the background behind you, it's the same color as your hair, and so it's almost like it's kind of balancing the fact that even though there's one person on the left, you've got like that, kind of pinkish purplish background to give the weight as if there were two people, so it kind of balances the other side, right?
I would love to talk about this. This is not even self promo. This is promo for Thinique on Twitter, because I was like, I want a good tea time background. I want something good. I will highly, and like, I'll be the first person to admit I used to use like an AI generated background for tea times. I know. I didn't realize it was as bad. I'm never doing that again. Boo, 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 boo.
Okay, we learn.
We live and we learn.
Yeah.
So I commissioned them, and I had like a Pinterest board. They were like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "I want tea time." And they were like, "What does that mean?" And I was like, "I don't know." And so I made a Pinterest board, and I gave them. I was like, pastels, tassel, tea, and they did all of the hard work of like looking through all of my like posts and stuff and watching some tea times. And I didn't even ask for them to like put my logo in the windows or like to put my colors in there, but they did such a good job. I got the file back, and this is like basically the final finished one. I was like, this is so good. This is so good. So they're linked below in like my about section if y'all want to com them. They were super cool, super fresh. I have a nighttime version too. Hang on, where is it? Do. Stars. So good.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I will sing their
Oh,
praises.
and I see the little particles coming off the chandelier.
Yeah, and it's got like the little star twinkles. Oh, I love that.
It's so good. And the fireplace is behind me, but the fireplace like moves. So I got fire. It looks really good.
It reminds me of just I have one of these like IKEA, TV stands, and it's just you plug it in, and it's got like a little TV screen on the front that gives off heat, but it also just like you turn it on, it just looks like there's fire going.
Yeah,
it's a little Yule log.
It is. Yeah. It's just a screen. Don't tell anybody else. But yeah, that was my thing. I was so freaking impressed because the color is perfect. Everything is perfect. Mwah. This is my Mona Lisa. Yeah, I don't know. This could be like a topic for the branding portion. Yeah.
So
sorry, there's my left ear rant. Ding dong.
I don't know.
Oh, we love left ear rants. Do another one right now. Go.
Okay. Well,
What? Whose soul is trapped in the crystal on your crown?
Oh. That's a good question. It's been so long, I've forgotten. Oh.
It looks like we have a redeem.
Yeah. I'm so bad at this. She's a poet.
Me too.
Rocker, what was the word? Himbo. His, I, immaculate, macho.
Manicured.
Oh, manicured is good. His immaculate, comma, manicured. What's B? Booba. His immaculate, manicured booba. Oh. Omniscient.
Oh
there we go. I like it. I think
he's immaculate, manicured booba, comma, omniscient.
Someone figure out the number of syllables there. That might be a haiku.
Oh, is it?
What is it? 575?
575.
Manicured booba. Omniscient. I think we're off a little.
Yeah.
Off a little bit.
I think we're half of a haiku. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it.
I'm so obsessed with haikus. I have like a haiku Streamloots redeem. And it gets redeemed, and I just like I have to take like, because I'm so bad at just like pulling things out of the air, just like being creative on the spot. So I have to take a minute to do it. But then I really get into it, and I put on like some traditional, royalty-free Japanese music in the background, and I just like some nice
tunes.
Yeah. Some ambiance.
It's a lot of fun. I love the redeems that I see on channels like that.
Give us a haiku.
Oh yeah.
Haiku, what's the topic?
Gigi.
Yeah.
Is the topic Gigi, or are you asking
Gigi in the broad sense?
Shit.
In the broad it's not 1954 anymore, Lethia. You can't just say that about Gigi.
Gigi.
Right?
Gigi.
I'm abroad.
was that?
What?
Huh?
That I'm abroad.
Ooh.
You're abroad. Yes, that was the joke I was making. Yeah.
Yes. uh, do about computer fans.
Computer fans.
Ooh.
Computer fans. Okay.
I hear typing.
Well, and you know what's funny is I always like work backwards. I'm just like, ooh, this would be a because I don't know how to actually write haiku, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm always just like, well, I want it to end dramatically. So I always start with the final line and then I work backwards.
Okay, I'm gonna do one
You
too.
know?
I'm gonna write mine down.
Yeah. Yeah, Lethia, you do one too. Gigi, feel free to participate. I encourage you if you would like to.
Hold on, let me count syllables.
Okay, so we're all gonna write a
This is
haiku
really, really
on
hard.
computer fans.
Three.
Yeah, I'm done.
Wait.
I'm still working.
Gigi, I typed mine on your Google document. Don't look at it.
Okay.
All right, I think I've got mine. Oh, here. If you want, Lethia, I don't know if you can quickly add this. This is the YouTube copyright-free
yes.
music that I
Okay,
use.
I think I got mine. It's silly.
Let me see. Copy. I can add this as a browser source, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if you're using OBS 28 or above. You can just like add it as an audio source.
Oh, maybe. Hold the phone.
Chaos is happening. Should we let it? Of course, Rocker. What do you mean?
Application audio capture. Application
That's the
audio
one.
capture.
They're doing scene editing on the fly.
Yeah.
It's never led to anything bad ever.
Just the stream crashes. No.
Okay, I think I got it.
Yeah. Who's going first?
Wait. Let me see if the music will play.
Okay.
Are we getting it?
All I hear is the sound of my
I hear it.
own
I hear it.
thoughts.
I hear it. Okay, I'll go first then. Here's my haiku on computer fans. The computer fans, keeping our online life cool, spinning endlessly. That was it. That was the whole thing.
Snap. Clap. Yay!
Nice. Yes. I've got mine.
Go, Gigi!
Computer running, buzzing, rumbling, and spinning. Need a replacement.
Yours is so much better. I love
Need
that.
a replacement. Nice! Okay, I don't think y'all are ready for this. Okay. This is called Computer Fans. PM. They do the cooling. Pretty colors. Not liquid. Whoosh.
Liquid.
I hear a whoosh. Yay!
I love including onomatopoeia into haiku.
Whoosh.
Whoosh.
That's pretty good.
I like it.
Chat, you can vote on who you liked best. The correct answer is me, but I'll let you have the...
I think it was, no offense to Lethia, but I think it was Gigi's.
You're right.
I think Gigi's actually sounded like a real poem.
Gigi's was pretty good.
Listen, I tried, okay.
Lethia and I are just sitting here like, okay, there's just mechanical, just like, okay, that one's 5, that one's 7, that one's 5.
Colors.
Just factory line eye. Yeah.
I had to count a lot, okay? I wasn't sure about the
Good counting, Gigi!
Meanwhile, Gigi's using like adjectives and stuff. Sounds like a real
I think
poet.
there was some slant rhyme. Ooh. I said we did pretty good. All right, Gigi, you did so good. I'm gonna put you back where you're supposed to be on the table.
Yay!
Congrats, you did it.
You're out of timeout.
I'm out of timeout.
You're out of timeout. I gotta move chat again. Now. There's chat. Now we gotta find Gigi in my VTube studio. Boop.
Talking over.
Gotta bring Milo back.
Up.
Okay.
All right.
That could have ended up way worse. Okay.
We've got time. Give it time.
Yeah.
I think we already talked about this next question. Are there any unspoken? Are there any unspoken rules of stream etiquette? I think we talked about that one. The fourth question though is, do you have any rules or boundaries specific to your channel?
Yeah. I mean, and I've already talked about this. I'm actually gonna go look at my rules on my channel.
Yeah, I'm
just
looking
to
at
see if there's
mine.
anything
Hang on.
else, but like,
Mine.
I think the big one is like my catch-all, which is pass the vibe check, which is basically just like, if you're being a dick and I've asked you to stop being a dick, or like if you're just like making other people uncomfortable, like, you know, like most things, punishment is a spectrum, and I reserve the right to time you out or just ban you outright, depending on what it is you're doing. Even if it's not necessarily, you know, in the rules of my chat, right? And we've already talked about that a little bit, but yeah, it's just like literally the text I have is, this stream operates on a vibe check. If you're being pushy, trying to find loopholes, making people uncomfortable, etc.,
Yeah.
then you may be warned or banned.
Yup. You don't.
That's a good one. I like those kinds of open-ended rules. I have a something on my on most of my socials for my moderator specifically. It's like I trust the people that I put in control of like guarding my chats and stuff. And if they make a rule call, I expect that rule call to be followed and respected. And that kind of keeps people from sort of like running and tattling on asking me like, hey, this moderator told me off for doing this thing. I'm like, yeah, okay. Listen to them.
Listen,
Don't
yeah,
do that.
yes.
What do you want from me?
And
Yeah, they've got a whip for a reason. What do you mean?
Exactly. I gave him that cat of nine for a good reason, okay?
I'm the one that
Yeah.
gave them the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true. I just have the phrase,
Yeah.
it's free to be kind.
Yeah.
I
feel like
like that.
that's like
I'm
my
gonna get-
mantra.
That's
I want to
good.
get that on a bumper sticker and then just have Lethia's face next to
Ding! Hi.
it.
It's true though. Like, please and thank you is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just
Yeah. Just be nice.
be nice. Five head.
Respectful.
Just be good. Yeah, another rule I have, just looking at my rules list, that the very first one. I don't know how you two feel about this. I am not like an NSFW stream by default, but I do say 18 plus viewers only, just because like I have dealt with having minors in a community in my previous channel, and like there's just all sorts of stuff you got to worry about, and so I'm just like 18 plus viewers, you know, if you're I say, if I find out, then unfortunately you're banned until you're 18 plus. And
Mhm.
I say that as like kind of the, you know, the unspoken rule there is just like, okay, well, if you're under 18, then just don't talk about it, right? Just
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
don't
kind
say
of the
nothing.
online unspoken rule. Like, just don't.
Don't talk about your age in general, right?
Online. Period. Guys.
Yeah.
Safety. I think
Mhm.
I
OPSEC.
handle my community a little differently.
Mhm.
I think I keep everything PG-13 as much as I can, and I follow Discord guidelines when it comes to that. So like people over 13 are in my Discord and they are on my YouTube channel, and I'm aware of them. And I also have tags so that if they choose to do so, I know who is underage and who is not. That way, if I find out that anyone's been acting inappropriate with them, I can take appropriate action.
Oh, smart.
And I have an open door policy when it comes to reports like that, and I believe people when they tell me.
And I think that's like the two ways you can go about it, right? Is just like you either choose to disengage with minors like I have, or
Mhm.
you have to kind of like rule with an iron fist like Gigi's doing, which is, you know, the correct way to do it if you allow minors in your community, right?
Because we all used to be youngins online, and we all felt
Mhm.
left out by adults and not able to do everything. But at that same point in time, like, you have to act and protect yourself within your own community and make sure that
Yeah.
nothing bad's going on.
And it is an interesting thing, just like as I expand my content more into like the anime sphere, and I'm anticipating probably attracting some more, underage fans, and so I might revisit this rule, but I would need to, put into place the same sort of protections for both myself and my viewers that you have, right?
I think in servers that I've seen it really kind of get into trouble is where there are servers where there are 18 plus spaces, but it allows 13 and up. So like
Hmm.
they give roles, so the 13-year-olds can't necessarily see into the 18 plus spaces, but it's still just
Oh,
it makes
no
me
one's ever done
a
that.
little uncomfortable.
Hmm.
It's a little too
The
close.
temptation is there.
Hmm.
It's weird. I'm like I've got like the opposite thing going on. Just I don't have an NSFW chat in my
Hmm.
Discord, but the whole thing is 18 plus,
Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um this is a weird one. You kind of touched on this one a little bit, Gigi. I wonder what your thoughts are on this. Is I have like a written rule
Hmm.
that says just like, you know, and I kind of feel like a dick for making this a rule, but like I kind of dislike small talk with strangers. I'm
Okay.
just not wired that way, right?
Okay.
And so I have a rule that's just like don't DM me randomly without like a purpose, right?
Oh,
And
That
I
makes sense.
yeah.
and I kind of feel like a dick for making that a rule, but also it's just like that's my comfort level, right?
Yeah.
It's just like I don't sometimes someone will DM me and I'll just be like they'll just be like they'll just be like, "Hey man, is how you doing? Are you having a good morning?" And I'll just be like, yeah, it's good. Well, it's okay." And then I'm
And
just
like,
like the the convo like kind of peters out because
hmm
I don't really know how to
you don't
talk to
engage.
people.
Yeah.
And it's like um I don't actually like, hate getting DMs or anything. It's just like I have that rule in place because I don't want to be overwhelmed. I hate like right now my Discord has 9 unread notifications. I've seen other people who
Hmm.
are more popular than me and they've got like 1,000 plus. Just it says
Yeah.
1K plus, and I'm just like I need to have seen all the notifications. And that's just like how my brain works. And so
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah.
I think that's part of that whole learning to say no thing and learning where your own comfort level is.
Mhm.
I've done a little bit of looking into it, and there's a lot of what do they call it, parasocial relationship
Oh, yeah.
stuff that happens,
Yeah.
and I think that can be fed off of like the small talk and stuff. Like I'm terrible. I will just go into my server and bullshit and chatter and do whatever. Um, but you I think there's a back and forth that happens. Like they can be parasocial with you, and sometimes the streamer can end up being parasocial with their chat as a whole.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah.
Yeah, Milo, I'm so happy you brought that up because I remember having this like internal debate in my head where I was like, am I the asshole if I put like in my actual like list of rules on Discord, don't DM me? Because like I
Yeah.
don't want to make it seem like I don't want people in there or that I don't enjoy having them in there, but I also like I don't want
I don't respond to
random
DMs.
things. Yeah, no. And like I used like my Discord is only for like all of my VTubing stuff. And so like any
Mhm.
notifications I get on there are hopefully always about like the labs or important questions, etc., etc.
Mhm.
And like
Yeah.
I used to be the person who would like entertain again the people pleasing. Like I would entertain things if somebody was like, "Hey, I just wanted to like let you know
Mhm.
about here's this thing or blah blah blah." But like it always ends up being not only parasocial, like maybe it starts out parasocial, but Discord in itself being a like multi-tiered chat room, like it becomes social
Mhm.
to like an extent, right? You're making yourself
Yeah.
available being a live streamer and then having a Discord, like you're opening channels of like the social aspect. You're no longer just a
Mhm.
character on a screen. And so I think it is totally okay to be like, don't DM me, like that's my boundary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I agree
It's
with
like
that.
my thing is like if you want to talk to me, let's if I'm available, let's chat in general in my Discord. Like it,
Mhm.
it doesn't it doesn't
Exactly.
have to be one on one.
Yes.
It's like I keep all of my social interactions to the Discord itself. That's what I have it for. That's the community space. And
Mhm.
then if I do get DM requests, which Discord has a great way to set stuff up for that, by the way. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
Then I will look at them, and if they have something important, I will respond. Otherwise, I typically leave them alone.
Now, do either of you have like membership only channels?
Yes, and I usually just put like extra tidbits and stuff in it.
Okay, so it's not like a VIP chat room or anything.
No, I don't do like any extra streams or offer any extra social stuff. It's just like a hey, here's a sneak peek at what's coming up, or here's like a thing I'm working on for the thumbnail. Hey.
Hey, can I get up?
Hey. Hey. Can you vote on this and tell me what to do? Because I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not to the point yet where I need anything like that. I do, secret.
Oh.
I do have a Patreon channel, but like I'm literally the only one in there. I think maybe my mods can see it too, but it's just empty.
Yeah.
So if I ever, start producing the content to the level that I am comfortable, like offering Patreon as an extra thing, then they will have a special, I pay $5 a month to be able to see this chat area.
And that's
but like even then, it's just going to be like a
works,
general, right?
Yeah, that's kind of how mine works. It's my Patreon supporters always have early access to audios. That's kind of their perk. Everything comes out a week early for them, and then they have access to that chat for like advanced behind the scenes type stuff.
Yeah. And that's a great way to handle that too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we have a. Yeah,
I was to say we just got a humph. I hope somebody. I close my eyes when I do it. I hope somebody got a screenshot. Oh my goodness! Oh, Willow gave us a hydration again. I was say a redemption.
Willow.
I sip the water.
Tasty water.
Yeah, I need to read.
It's good water when it has flavor.
Ooh, what flavor is your water? Is it supposed to be flavored?
City.
Ooh, iron, tasty.
Pipes. Oh, we got to stretch too. Okay, I'm stretching. Oh yeah.
A stretch.
A little bit of lead in that water just for flavor.
Ooh, some iron. Oh, Rocker had another humph. 1, 2, 3. Good job, team.
Say no. Do we have any other like specific rules? I have a couple, but just like I don't know if they're specific to me. It's just
well,
like,
let's find out.
Backseating. No backseating's a pretty common one, and then I have like specifically I say do not ask to join games unless I offer.
Ooh,
right?
I might need that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, just like if I'm playing like Apex in duos and someone comes in and they're just like, "Can I join?" And I'm just like, "No, this is not viewer games right now. Sorry."
Ooh, I have one that's kind of I would call it gray. It's no mean-spirited insults.
Ooh, yeah.
So that you can still kind of do your little witty banter back and forth, like you goblin, blah 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 blah, all that kind of stuff. Like just vibes.
Yeah.
So they just can't. You're trash. You suck.
I know. I'm sorry.
I don't allow unlabeled alt accounts. I don't like them. They confuse me.
Enabled what?
Unlabeled alt accounts. So if you have an alternative account or like a secondary account, I want it. I want to know who owns it so I can attach it to someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are good rules. I haven't encountered any of that yet.
YouTube's a little weird in that, and like the first time I have like one of the Elden YouTube accounts, right? So for the longest time, it just had my real first and last name.
Yeah.
And so like, thankfully that account is like super buried, and like I've changed the name to just like Williamson or something. And but like when YouTube live streaming first came up, I was just like, "Oh, how's it going, streamer? Oh, and that's my name. All right."
Yeah, my real name. I had that problem too because I think mine was like 13 years old or something because I made it with like my original Google email.
Yeah.
it was tough to figure out how to change all that because you can change your YouTube account stuff and then your Gmail one doesn't change and then it'll out you.
Yeah, I just started like fresh. My like content YouTube is like still attached to my personal Gmail just because I want the YouTube Red bonuses, YouTube Premium, whatever it is. But it's still like just totally separate.
Yeah.
I think this like YouTube and like handle and like account stuff kind of leads us into our next topic, which is of building a brand. However, I have to pee.
I was about to say this. I think this is a good little breaky break time.
We're gonna take a little breaky break.
A break.
I'm going to turn on. Oh, this is from yesterday. Hold the phone. I'll turn on. Potty break. BRB. I'm gonna turn on some music. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Some music.
Y'all will still be live on my end. I will not deafen you, so just keep that in mind, children. I will be back in 5 minutes after I make some tea.
Some waiting music.
Also go and make some tea.
Yeah.
I'll entertain.
Goodbye, chat.
In a little bit. I don't like that. Well, I'm leaving before Gigi does whatever she's gonna do.
I have the power. Hello, chat. It's me, the giraffe. They've made a grave mistake by leaving me here alone with you. I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand. Don't run away from me. It's fine. Come back. I'm not gonna do anything. You trust me, right? It's time to trash talk Lydia. No, she's adorable. How dare you? I'm very fond of little Lethia, little demon queen. I give her a little head pet. Yes. Little head pet. Before she bites my hand off. Yeah. Love that kitty. Yes, she's adorable. She's very good. I was very excited to be on Tea Time today. Gigi, you are also little. That is not true. In fact, that is a bold-faced lie. How dare you? I am average heart. Tiny giraffe, pronounced with the hard G. Giraffe? Is that what we're going with? 2 hands, losing one can't hurt? No, I need both of them. I need both of them. How else am I supposed to kidnap people into my yandere basement for my YouTube videos? Decisions. Giraffe. Do what Milo did, get a robot part. Oh, I could be like Luke Skywalker. I could have a hand made out of metal. And then I wouldn't be able to go through the airport as easily. Or maybe I would. Do you think that they would make you take off your robot hand if you had to go through the airport? That would be a little concerning. You'd be like, no, I need that to carry my luggage. Why are you making me take that off? That sucks. To borrow your robot arm? I don't know what you've been doing with that arm. I don't want that. Gross. Nasty. Disgusting. Gross. It's probably got Cheeto dust on it. How about a leg? No! What do I need a leg for? Eh? I got 2 of them. Listen, I got long legs too. I'm a giraffe. Just the legs, though, no feet. Okay. Are you pulling my leg? No, Rocker is. Rocker's pulling the leg. Just apply the robot foot yourself. Where does one find a robot foot? Do I just gotta go to Radio Shack or something? I don't even need one. Why am I thinking about this? Sound like a cool dude. Thanks! I am very cool. I'm very cool. cool as a cucumber. In fact, it's just a very nice time. I haven't streamed in a little bit, so it's nice to be back on, even if it's not on my own channel. Yeah. So Lethia is so cute. She's been doing so good on her tea time. Thoughts on cucumbers? Disgusting. I hate them. I'm a very picky person. I don't like eating a lot of things. Cucumbers, pickles, gross, nasty, disgusting, icky. Blech. What are some of your goals now that you're returning? I think I want to get back onto my regular schedule. I usually stream like twice a week, and then I put out a video every Sunday. It's been probably about 2 or 3 weeks since I've done that, so I want to get back to it for sure. I want to do more long form series because the last one that I released was 12 parts, and it did very well, and I was having a lot of fun with it, so I want to get back to it. Yeah. Want to get on the show but not a streamer? Get it. You can do it. Just start streaming. Just do it. Just talk and do stuff. You can be a PNG streamer real easy, man. You get 2 images, one with your mouth open, one with your mouth closed. You download the video tube thing, and then you go to town. It's great. I recommend OBS. I do. Make yourself something silly like a chicken nugget VTuber. Yeah. Pick something funny. You could be like a potted plant or a push pin or something, or like a magic 8-ball. I want to see a magic 8-ball VTuber. That's what I want. I want people to be able to do a redeem and shake the magic 8-ball VTuber and get an answer out of them. That would be really funny. That's what I want. I don't think of myself as a streamer. That's okay. If you stream, you're a streamer. That's kind of my opinion on it. I think qualifications, people tend to doubt themselves a little bit too much. There's a lot of things that you need to learn on the fly to become a streamer and to stream regularly. And that takes a lot of effort. And I think people don't give themselves enough credit for it. I think if you're streaming, then you're doing great, and I'm proud of you. So good job. Yeah. Milo's moving.
I see that Lethia's still sleepy.
She's asleep. Hello,
She's a sleepy demon.
I didn't do anything.
I've been listening. I have wireless headphones, ma'am.
Fuck.
I was just like, oh, this is all gold for the next section. Good thing you can talk about it now.
I'm having a good little chat. We're having a good little chat. I'm just entertaining the little demons, the little goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I love that you're just like so content brained. You're just like, okay.
There's like talking.
I guess that's the two ways to think about it, right? Is you're either content brained, you're like, how do we keep the viewers engaged, or you're just like, jingle jingle, but it's where my words.
Yeah, it's really a stream of consciousness kind of thing.
You have no object permanence of yourself.
The bra you're telling me. I love ya.
Hi, I'm back.
Did you get your tea?
I got tea. It is called white ambrosia. I forgot that somebody got me like a fancy sample. I know. It is like vanilla coconut white tea. It smells divine. Did y'all have fun? Did y'all behave for Gigi?
Yes.
I just got back with my tea. I have pomegranate, blueberry, and acai. Acai is a green tea, but it is very purple.
Ooh. Speaking of pronunciations, Milo, what's the name of Facebook now?
Oh no. So I say this word very wrong. I say meta.
Why?
I don't know. People are just like, "What, you from Texas?" I'm like, no.
Meta.
Yeah. I say meta. Like what?
Meta
when I used to make Yeah. I used to make Smite content, and I would be like, "Yeah, this is really an ADC meta," and they'd be like, "An ADC what now?"
Who? Wait. I play a little bit of Smite. Literally just a little, like maybe like 8 games. Who did you play?
Oh, I am a hunter main, so I play all of the hunters. My favorite is one called Heimdall.
Oh, I haven't played that one yet.
Yeah.
I played some
He
Artemis.
puts crystals down and then he zooms.
Ooh, yeah. No, I think I played Artemis and what's the Egyptian one? No, what?
Neath?
Neath. Yeah, I played some Neath.
Yeah. I love Artemis because there is a skin where you play as like a 60s hippie, and she just says stuff like "Far out, man," and then like her ultimate, who is normally a Caledonian boar, which everyone calls Tusky.
Oh.
In that skin, it's a little bus, a little like
a Volkswagen bus.
Yeah, like a little groovy Volkswagen bus, and everyone calls it Busky.
I'm crying.
Oh, that's cute.
Yes. So anyway, the meta.
Wait, how do you pronounce GIF?
Oh God, I'm doubting myself. Hold on.
Say it right.
GIF.
Thank God.
This is why y'all are on that side of the table.
Oh no.
Hey, I'm a giraffe. Okay?
You're not a giraffe. You're a giraffe. It's Gigi, not Gigi.
I mean,
it could
some
be Gigi.
people say it. They do say Gigi, or they say Gigo, or Gijo.
I'm shutting down tea time. Tea time is over.
There's a reason this is the last episode of this season.
Yeah.
Little did you know it's the last episode in general.
Ever. Letty is just like fading away into the internet.
Like Yoda, just.
They're gonna put an afterword on, and it's gonna be like 6 months after this. Lethia returned from her trip abroad, having found herself after the traumatizing experience.
She now has a happy family.
It's just gonna be like an 80s movie.
She retired to Nova Scotia and had 2.5 children.
2.5 children with white picket fence.
Yeah.
I'm crying. Okay, are we all hydrated, stretched?
Yes,
Woo, woo, woo. All right.
I'm still waiting for my tea to be done, but it's brewing.
It's brewing. Oh, I'm the worst. I just dunk it in and like swish it around a little bit and hope.
She cooking.
I'm cooking.
I'm good. I'm here. I've got my little packet of stevia.
Ooh.
And my my single packet of stevia, and I'm just waiting. Just fingers crossed. My fingers laced. Just like
fingers laced, like a villain.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's get started with building a brand then. Unless y'all are dying to do CreativiTEA. Any preference?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Good. As I want to talk to you guys about branding. I feel like you guys have great branding. First question. How did you create your brand? Actually, maybe a better question is, what is your brand? Period.
So it depends on how you define brand. Can be a word mark, can be an overall general thing. My overall general thing is funky little blue creature.
Yeah.
There was a comet. I ate it. It was tasty.
And it was spicy.
Yeah. My brand is just like, it's kind of devolved into like dad joke himbo. It's supposed to be
the best.
It's supposed to be like, sexy K-pop cyborg, but no, it has devolved into dad jokes and himbo.
Hey yo.
It works.
Yeah.
And it looks good on you too.
Yeah, I think in a visual sense, branding is I try and stick to the blue giraffe safari star motif, which is an interesting combination.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So a lot of galaxies, a lot of stars, a lot of leaves.
Yeah. You have a logo, right, Gigi? Did you make it?
I did not. I commissioned some random person on Fiverr to do it.
Nice.
Oh.
I'm looking at your YouTube. Really well. Is it on your YouTube?
Should be, I think. Maybe.
It is not. It is not. Is it on your Twitter? Do I need to look there?
Yeah.
What giraffe? There's a little of the like giraffe print on like some leaves. Yeah, it's on your Twitter. Okay, if y'all are curious about what I'm looking at, I'm looking at Gigi's Twitter.
I need to update my YouTube better. But yeah, it's got a little logo there, and you see my little face peeking out on my Twitter. I like it a lot. I want to do more with it, but yeah, kind of matches the style and gives a hint to what the character's like.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Milo's got some cool visual stuff.
Yeah, now I'm creeping on Milo. Hang on.
If you look at my Either my just chatting on my Twitch or even just like my Twitter header. That's like my that's like what I use. Or my schedules is a good example.
Ooh, and who made that? Did you make that?
I commissioned someone named Ohio Kaio, who is relatively famous,
Ooh.
actually. They're like Twitter VTuber famous, but like yeah, I commissioned him on recommendation from my model mom, and he did a great job.
Oh yeah, your stuff is all.
Yay.
It's very unified. It matches up really well, and it's
Yes.
just visually very interesting. And it matches your character color scheme, so it just kind of it gives you an overall sort of cohesiveness.
I like how some people's I like how my character with the orange like kind of very much stands out from my background, whereas a lot of people they kind of like, well, my character's orange, so a lot of my UI has to be orange, and I don't know if I'm like calling Gigi out. I don't know how much of your UI is just like that
I'm
nice
very
blue.
Blue on blue.
But
Yeah.
I like that I stand out so much, just like the orange on black, right?
It looks
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
It is. I think it's definitely a good idea to do that to try and at least visually make your character pop out. I haven't worked too much on my streaming stuff just because I'm lazy.
I don't think I have
You're not
anything.
lazy. You're not lazy, Gigi. You're busy. Like you are. To segue nicely into our topic, you are an accomplished YouTuber.
Oh yeah, you got that brand. You
Yeah.
getting that bag. Let's go.
Like
Yeah.
you're not lazy. You're busy. There's a difference.
I'm very busy. I work a full-time job. Well, not technically anymore. I cut my hours down to 32, but I work a normal job and then I work with my YouTube channel and I put stuff out all the time and I do what I can.
Yeah.
But it's also it's again one of those things like I have to pace myself so I don't burn out too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
something's got to give. Like I am a salaried programmer, and so
Oh yeah, you're a busy guy.
I work. I generally am fortunate enough to where my job generally only requires like 5-6 hours a day from me. But like sometimes things like the last 2 weeks happen, and I just have to cut off
You get
streaming and
busy.
stuff because I can't. I'm salaried, and the project's got to get out, and you just got to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think your branding would change if you did it like from part-time to full-time?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Oh
really?
yeah. Oh yeah.
How would it
I would have
change?
so much extra time to put more energy into it. A lot of the stuff that I have built, I've built to make it easy for me to use. So I've pre-built a lot of stuff so that I don't have to do things on the fly. All of my thumbnails are kind of templated out. All of my posts are kind of templated out. I have it streamlined down to how I put out my videos. I send my pre-recorded stuff in the script over to my editor and have him edit it and add sound effects, and then I put it on the thumbnail, and then I uploaded it, and I put it to Patreon, and then a week later I put it on YouTube. It's all just very
You got the whole
Science.
assembly line. Yeah.
yeah. But if I had more time, I would definitely do more. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I think my brand would probably evolve, but it would evolve in a way to where I'm trying to make it evolve in that direction anyways. With like how I want to start doing my different kinds of shorts and TikToks and long form content. I'm pivoting on that a little bit, and because of that, I think the brand is going to evolve naturally. But like, I don't know if full time versus like once it makes that pivot, I think it'll look the same before and after I, eventually, hopefully, am able to do it full time, right?
Yeah, it'll just evolve a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now is the time to talk about like different forms of content. What were your thoughts there, Milo?
Oh, I'm going first. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Milo.
So lately I've been doing what I've been trying to do is I've been like streaming, and then instead of making dedicated, like specific curated content, I've been streaming and then trying to utilize my streams to make into short form content to hopefully drive new viewership.
Yes.
And I think that's very important, is that like you can't just go live, right? That just doesn't work anymore, and that's like pretty pretty common stream advice. Like if you watch any of those like stream coaching channels, they'll
You
they'll
gotta
all
do
tell you
more.
that.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like how are people going to find you on just Twitch, right? It's
They
all
won't.
networking at
They
that point.
won't.
It's
Mhm.
all like networking and what category you're in. And there are exceptions, right, that prove that rule. Like we brought her up earlier, as VD's a good example of like an exception that proves the rule. Is like she's just like a rocket ship that's exploding in popularity, and that's
Mm,
Oh
amazing. We
yeah.
love her for that.
that's
But
fitting.
like the way she's doing it isn't typical and can't be expected, right?
Yeah. It depends heavily on like personality, luck, and timing, and
Mhm.
kind of who finds you when and how often you do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you're just like starting out, it's good to sort of expand into those social channels, like building that sort of identity and putting yourself out there. You have to have the content, but you also have to advertise it. So like Milo said, with the shorts and stuff like that, you can use like Instagram, go on TikTok,
Mhm.
just try and put little bits of interesting pieces out to kind of lure people in like little fishies, so that when you do go live, you've got people interested.
Yeah. I do want to preface this by saying, chat and anyone watching and future Lethia making content from this stream, this is all about if you're trying to like grow your audience. If you're just doing it for
Mhm.
fun, do
Mhm.
whatever makes you happy. Don't feel like you have to
Yeah.
fit a script.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to spend time editing. But these are really good tips that like our lovely guests are giving out for if you do want to grow.
Yeah, if you're
Mhm.
specifically trying to get bigger, that's the way to do it.
If you're trying to make it your job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get bigger naturally just kind of doing whatever, but it's more of a hit or miss. It's kind of just
Yeah.
if the market or if the viewership is there, it'll be there.
Mhm. Mhm.
For sure.
Yeah. And so like what I've been doing is I've just been kind of I've been going live, and then I've been trying to take moments that I think are, funny out of context, and
Mhm.
I have my editor like, kind of meme them up, and I put them out on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and they do okay. The ones that do well typically get like, you know, 1 to 3,000 views, which by Shorts
Pretty
numbers is
good.
actually it's I think it's pretty abysmal actually for Shorts. For
Oh,
Oh
for
so I
like
never get that many.
no! Yeah, Gigi and I are
for
like,
like
whoa!
for like YouTube long form content, that's actually really really good, right?
Yeah.
But for like
No.
Shorts and the short feed, and like under a certain like length, uh,
Mhm.
that those numbers are pretty. They're pretty like you should be proud of yourself if you're getting those numbers, right? Because you're on your journey. But like the Shorts feed is designed to get your content in front of as many people as possible. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
not getting
Mm.
kind of a minimum level, then you need to examine yourself and see, okay, what can I do better?
That
And
makes
I've
sense.
been I've been
Yeah.
doing a lot of research into that, and I'm about to start enacting some changes. I'd be definitely be happy to talk about that a little bit.
I'll have to ask you for some pointers because with mine,
Yeah.
the way that I handle my channel, because I started
Bye, Roy. Thanks for
labeling
coming
my stuff
in.
as like ASMR, which
Hmm.
about 2 years ago when I started was kind of at the top end of a boom. So I grew pretty quickly and I have a strong viewership base because of it. But if I see like one of my long form content videos get like 1,000 or 3,000 views at this point, I'd be like, okay, that video wasn't so good.
Hmm.
Um, but for my shorts and stuff, I never get I never get above 1,000.
Yeah, it definitely feels like with the Shorts algorithm, it's very very feast or famine. And right now, my
Mhm.
feast is about 2,000 views, but my famine is like literally like 6.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It just feels like they either
It'll
like
crush
take
you.
off, or
Yeah.
they just don't do any. And it sucks because like some of these like literally I'm looking at my YouTube Studio right now.
Mhm.
The last short I have has 1,150 views, and then
Hmm.
the one 2 days before that has 2,052, and then the one in between that has 6.
Well,
And
I mean, have you ever? I think I've seen several people talk about if there's something that you like worked hard on that just doesn't hit, delete it and then upload it again until it hits. Like there is nothing wrong with that.
I noticed that too because I saw CK5
Mhm.
he for one of his new songs that he collabed on with another guy. I just kept seeing it over and over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. And he put out so many different shorts about it, so many little jokes about it, so many little memes that it started kind of picking up with people. And I think that kind of ties into that. Like if you have something like a big project that you worked on and you want to put out something about, be prepared to put out more than one thing.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
prepared
Don't
to
feel
be
like it's too much. Never.
annoying and be
No.
absolutely dogged about it. Yeah.
Mhm.
That is okay. Yeah, I promise we will not get upset seeing you pop up on our feed, Milo. If anything, I'm like, yes, heart. Yes, heart.
Give me that Milo content. I want to see it. I
Milo,
want to see some
Milo.
funny.
Yeah. And so there's like a pivot though that I've been noticing just based on like, the research I've been doing, what's been hitting and what hasn't been hitting. And I think I've come away with a few like, kind of actionable things that I'm going to put into practice and we'll see if it works. And, I'm interested in sharing with y'all if you want to hear.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me the
Um,
secrets.
the secrets. So this is also just like stuff I've observed from like shorts that are popping off. And like TikTok is kind of its own
Oh, it's its
beast.
own animal. Yeah.
It's its own animal. These are kind of YouTube short specific things. But like with YouTube shorts, something I've noticed is that like shorter is better.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have it seems like the algorithm tends to boost things that have multiple views. So if you have a short that is like that can tell its story in under 10 seconds, it's gonna do well. If it has a good story, if it has like a good punchline or a good like lesson or whatever it is, if you
Mm-hmm.
can do it in under 10 or 15 seconds, it's gonna do a lot better than something that takes like 45 seconds to get to.
Oh,
Right?
for sure.
I think that's because of watch time. And
Mhm.
this is something that is real different between YouTube and Twitch is watch time is really important.
Mm.
So like
Retention.
average view duration will boost your content the higher it goes.
Yeah.
So I find that a lot of my long form videos, if they are longer videos, they tend to do better because people stay on them longer. Not necessarily percentage wise, but just like time.
Oh yeah. And that makes sense to me because like I
Mhm.
I I don't know how you work your ads on your videos. Do you have like I assume because you're ASMR, you probably don't have like mid rolls, right? On your
I try not to. Some people will, but I usually stick to pre rolls and the little visual ones. I try and
yeah. And
avoid mid rolls.
and by the way, it's great that YouTube gives you that like customization option.
Oh, I
Yes.
love
It, it would be so terrible if YouTube was like Twitch and like it's just like every 3 minutes you
it.
have to sit through a 30-second ad and you're just like trying to relax and listen. That would kill the ASMR genre on YouTube.
Oh yeah, it would. And I think because it's so big, that's half the reason they kept it.
Hmm.
Because
But
it
yeah,
would throw a fit.
it makes sense to me that view time, not necessarily like retention percentage, but like retention in general
Mhm.
as a timer. It makes sense to me because like YouTube is incentivized to keep people on the site watching more
Yeah.
videos, right? So thinking about it from that perspective, just like if you're able to keep the person watching your video for 10 minutes, then that's just more ads that YouTube can, shove to
Push
them,
out to
whether
them.
it's visual or not.
I think
And so they're
with
yeah.
YouTube Shorts as well, I think they change it because like it's different depending on what form of
Yeah.
video you're putting on. I think
Mhm.
they'll change it from watch time to like actual percentages. So like if you do a shorter uh short, then people are more likely to just let it play to the end and that'll boost it.
there's also looping. So
Mm-hmm.
something with shorts, and you might have seen this, is just like sometimes you'll see a short that starts with a question or a statement, right?
Yeah.
You'll
Yeah.
see like Pyrrha is the number one character in Tears of the Kingdom, and then it's just like then they go through their like 30 seconds of just like, oh, her color palette's great. She's really friendly. You know, she's your first friend you meet after all the terrible things happen in the intro. And then at the end of
And
the
then they'll
video,
be
they'll
like, and
go,
that's why.
and that's why. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And those always do super well too, because it's that, yeah, it's a looping thing, I think. Because they're trying to get they're trying to get people to keep watching through.
And I think that's because like YouTube always keeps, for the shorts, I think they keep track of like loop count, right? But they also just like, if you go into your statistics on your shorts, you'll see like the average watch percentage, and it can go above 100%. If people watch your short on average 5 times, then you'll have a 500% viewer retention, right?
Yeah, and that's a good one, because that'll boost the heck out of it.
Yeah. So that's like looping is something I'm gonna start trying. And that kind of goes hand in hand with like, I feel like just clip content just doesn't seem to do well unless you're already famous, right?
Yeah, and it's kind of an oversaturation thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like you said, if you're not already big and famous, people aren't super interested in seeing little clips of you.
Yeah.
They want something digestible, something that they don't have to think too hard about with shorts. So if it's something to do with like your lore or specifically who your character is, it's not as interesting as if it's just something funny in general.
Yeah.
I actually want to disagree with what something Milo said. Gasp. About clips like only doing well if you're already super famous. I think that there is, and there have been cases of people who have one clip that just like pops off.
Yeah.
Like
Like
Rin
Luffy.
Penrose had a couple. Yeah, Lopi, Punka Lopi had one that popped
Lopi
off.
popped
It's
off,
like
yeah.
what you do. Like, but number, I think the two things are what type of clip was it? Like, was it something you can replicate? Is it something that you can continue to expand in? And like, how soon do you jump on and keep that train going? So if you have something that pops off, there you go.
What do you mean by like clip though? Like I'm talking about like I'm on stream playing Yakuza, a funny thing happens, and then I edit it down into a YouTube short, right? Like that's the sort of thing I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm talking like other content. Those can pop off.
Like you're thinking like short little videos.
Yeah, I'm thinking short form content. I think edited content, if it's something like, I think I had a short that did really well, and it was me like calling Rusto a peasant. So like that one did pretty good. And so I think
I think that's just because it's funny.
Yeah, and so I think if I would find other moments of that like Soon Princess vibe, then I could try and see if that kind of like runs with it. That makes sense.
That's really, that would make sense that does well, because that fits your brand.
Ding.
See, like if you're playing up your character, or if you're putting yourself like in that niche, then you're gonna find a lot of people who are really excited when they find that sort of content, and they'll share it with people, and that'll boost you.
Yeah, I'm pretty convinced that like hitting the share button also boosts you in the algo.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But just like the clip content doesn't seem to be hitting for me. Like I do think that you're right. There are just like, you know, the clips that we have that just like pop off, right? Like I have one where I'm just like absolutely dunking on one of my chatters, and that one does really well.
There it is, like, Milo.
The clip is just
People just want to be stepped on.
I have an unfortunate truth for you. A lot of Twitch chatters just want to be bullied.
Yeah. It's the same on YouTube, I bet.
Oh yeah, it's bad. The videos that I find do super well are like yandere ones, where you're super devoted to the point where you're like, I don't really give a shit what you think. I'm just gonna do whatever.
Yeah.
Or you're like a tsundere that just bullies them, or you're mommying them to death by being like, how dare you misbehave, go clean your room, you dirty little motherfucker. That kind of
thing.
Go wash your legs right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a question I wanted to ask. So when we're doing VTubing, you basically have like free control over what your model looks like what you sound like, what kinds of content you put out. So how can you use that to, I guess, shape your branding versus if you were just like a face cam streamer?
You can do a lot of fun things with it.
Oh,
you can.
Like what?
You can. So I personally, it takes some setup, but especially if you're using a VTubing model versus like flesh tubing live camera,
Yeah.
you can really play up the character archetypes. So like you can be like super princessy demon, cute chibi, a little pink-haired lady over there
Ding.
if you want to be. Or you could be big blue giraffe lady,
Woo.
or you could be robot man and do robot voice. It's just it's kind of an extra aspect of
Immersion.
yeah, immersion. It's fun.
Yeah. And
It's
there's
like
just
TV show, no TV.
yeah. It's like entertainment.
Mhm.
It's like you're playing a character. And there's like you can also just like lean more explicitly into it too if you want to have like a gimmick, because like having a gimmick is actually a decent way to grow too. It doesn't always hit, but like having a gimmick can work. And just like Gigi just randomly came up with an example while we were both away, Lethia,
Oh.
of just like she was talking about like what kind of VTuber do I want to see? I want to see a magic 8-ball VTuber where you can shake the.
I
That
want
would
a
be
magic
so
8-ball
cool.
VTuber. I want a magic 8-ball VTuber that has a redeem that you can ask a question and it will give you an answer.
And it will like change the model to be like one of the 8 answers.
And it'll roll the little thing. That's what I want to
So
see.
that was actually going to be one of my like game portions of this, is we were going to sit and make some kind of like spoof VTuber just to show like this is the process you would go through. So if we were going to do it for our 8-ball friend, we could, or we could just do a random like adjective generator and try to like make a VTuber.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hang on.
I want to explore the 8-ball. That sounds fun.
Okay. So we're exploring the 8-ball. If you could, so I got really good advice from someone called Yam Kumori, who does like, or I think they're going by Yam now. And they do a lot of VTuber content. Specifically, they do like reviews and they talk about building a good VTuber silhouette and like how you would go about it and their kind of process through doing it. They do a lot of YouTube stuff.
Character design.
And they had a really good point of, can you sum up your brand and or VTuber and or content in 3 words or less? If not, figure yourself out. If yes, good job.
I'm a cookie baby.
Orange himbo boobs.
Nice. Nice. There it is.
It's good. Yeah, I think a lot of the VTuber design stuff also just basic character design helps out quite a bit. Like silhouette is very, very important. Like, can you block out all features and still recognize who you're looking at?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have motifs that follow through on your character and to your backgrounds and your logos? Is there a way that you can sort of differentiate yourself from the crowd but also not appear too unusual, because it might drive away a lot of other viewers?
How am I different from all the other pink-haired VTubers?
Exactly. You've got your little ears
small.
And your little loopy loops on your head that are
your crown.
very cute.
I honestly, I think it's your frills on your
your formal attire.
My formal attire. I was going for like chibi, princess, like demon.
Very little Lolita.
Yeah.
I definitely think so. Yeah.
Oh, that makes me happy. All right. I feel like I have room to grow, but at least we're getting better. So if we were gonna do our like,
you'll get tall someday.
I get tall. 5 models from now, I'll be able to reach the top shelf.
We'll give you tall.
If we were
For now, you get uppies.
Uppies. You're right. Maybe I never want to get like taller. I just want free uppies.
Lap stream.
Lap stream. I want to do Gigi. When you showed your carpool assets forever ago, I so badly just wanted to do like not even ASMR, just a car role play.
See, like that's one of the other things you can do with the VTubing, right? Because everybody has a character. If you ever do collabs, you can put them in these settings and you can get really clever with it.
Yeah.
And I'm used to doing sort of like role play stuff with my content anyway. So when I start with streams, I think like, okay, is this going to be a normal stream where I just play a game, or is this going to be like a chatting stream? And what's the premise I'm going with? so for my karaoke stream, I was like, okay, we're gonna sing a lot of 80s music, so let's just make it like a little road trip, and we'll put everybody in the car, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
I'm reminded of one of my Oshi, Corey, Kingpin Corey, had this Valentine's Day event she did, and it was so freaking funny. She like set it up as if she was on a date with chat, just like really, because normally she's extremely just like very clear, like here's the line, don't cross this.
Don't cross
like
this.
I'm not your girlfriend. Like that is like her number one,
That's right.
rule in chat.
For chat today, I am your girlfriend.
and so on Valentine's Day, she's just like doing this like little like 2-minute role play where she's at a table, a romantic dinner, and she's just like, I'm just so glad we finally found time to sit down like this. I've been looking forward to it.
And chat was dying, swooning, barking.
And like a minute into this clip, the camera zooms out, and she's sitting across the table from like a collage of 43 different anime men.
I'm
just like
crying.
Kiryu from Yakuza and like Rahatia from Final Fantasy and just like all that stuff. And then she's just like, oh, excuse me, waiter, we'd like to order. And she drags in this like headless PNG that's just got the running chat on top of the.
That's so good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because then you have like a setup, right? You have a trope of this is our date like POV, but then you have like a little catch of, oh, psych, there's a harem of like 40 men, and then you still keep chat involved. That's so fantastic. That's great
and
content.
You're the waiter.
Oh yeah. But I think VTubing really does like feed that, like, because the limit is like, what can I visually put on the screen, and what can I act out. And now with like all of the sounds and effects and stuff that you can play on stream, and it's fun. The limit really is like what you can do with it.
Yeah. Well, okay.
The sky is no longer the limit, says the star-catching giraffe.
The star-catching giraffe.
Cyborg
I'm gonna eat all the stars.
I think talking about the sky being the limit, I think this is a good segue into the creativity portion. Any final thoughts on building a brand?
I mean, I actually had like more stuff I was gonna.
Yes, Milo. Yes, say it.
But it's awkward now.
No, it's not. It's never awkward.
Let me bring it back. So with branding. So obviously, as a
like with cows, you got to get it hot, and then you go for the branding.
I'm muting Milo.
I'll brand you little shit.
No, I was gonna talk about like I've noticed that unless you're already big, this isn't the case all the time, but unless you're already big, just like kind of finding new viewers by just like being yourself and highlighting stream moments doesn't seem to hit as hard or as often as like providing a service that people seek out.
Ooh,
right? Like,
yes.
Like Gigi provides ASMR as a service, right?
Yeah.
People seek that out, and I'm sure you probably get a bunch of new people every video, right?
Oh yeah.
And so something I'm going to try and pivot to with both long form content and shorts is just like, instead of leaning on this like, oh, it's me and my friends playing Wild Hearts, isn't this funny? It's going to be here's my video essay on why Kakushigoto does a great job of showing what the life of a single parent is in anime, right?
Ooh.
And it's just like, you might get people who look that up because they're just like, okay, anime, Kakushigoto, single parents, like whatever, right? They're just looking for video essays, or it could just be as simple as like doing top 10s or whatever, just like some boring content that like people.
Something that the algorithm will push to someone who likes that kind of content.
Yeah, exactly. Like my best performing long form content, I have, let's see, if I go to my channel, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 8 long form videos, and most of them have 100 or less views. The 2 that did the best, and most of them are just like, kind of memey, gameplay things. But the things that did the best are I reviewed High Dive as a service, and that's got almost 10,000 views now. So that's like my best.
Because people want to know.
People are just like, is high dive good? Like, is it dog shit? And it is.
A good talk.
Spoilers.
Okay, thank you. Now I don't have to watch the video.
Yeah. And then my other one that did relatively well, it's only got like 500 views, but it's did better than everything else. Is just like, 7 shows to watch if you love Chainsaw Man.
Ooh.
And so people find that one if they look up just like, shows to watch anime or like Chainsaw Man or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I think that one didn't hit for other reasons. But yeah, just like my, funny moments playing Wild Hearts with Keiranai and Kazkashuk or, stuff like that just isn't doing well because, who gives a shit who Milo or the other two guys are? I give a shit because they're my friends, but like if you're just a random person on the internet looking
You're
for
not
something
going
to
to be
watch,
actively searching for that. Like the keyword just isn't there.
Yeah.
even if you're looking up Wild Hearts, you're probably not looking up like funny Wild Hearts moments. Like sure, some people are, right? And that's probably where my 100 views are, is the 100 people on Earth who wanted to see funny Wild Hearts moments found the video, right?
Yeah.
but like everyone else is probably just like looking up like Wild Hearts builds, Wild Hearts how to beat this boss, Wild Hearts, lore dump, Wild Hearts examining the character, that sort of thing, right?
Mm.
So
And
it's
that's kind of
yeah.
looking at my content, and I have mine open at the moment. The past year, my highest performing video was a long form compilation of like 6 different episodes of a series I did. And it's got a lot of like common keywords in it, like because it's got demons and demon hunters and like fantasy role play stuff. And so this is just all stuff that people would just search for when they're looking for audio content. So if you're just starting out and you want to try and hit those views or hit on something, try and figure out what is most popular, or what people are searching for. As long as it's not like an oversaturated gaming type thing, you'll probably find more success in doing. I wouldn't want to say something common, but not something like completely unexpected.
There's a thing that Ludwig talks about. He calls it the yoink and twist, which is just like where you find something popular, something that works, something that people already want, and then you put your own unique you-ness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jump on those trends. Make it yours.
Because if you can snag something popular and then you give them a little hook to kind of drag them in, like, oh, this is a little different, then they'll watch it more.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I also think just an important thing to say is, and you kind of touched on it a little bit ago, Gigi, is I feel like 80 to 90% of the work is having a good thumbnail and title.
Tags.
Just like tags, just like getting it in front of their eyes, and then more importantly, getting them to click on it is almost all of the hard work. And then also you really want to have a good, like, interesting, engaging first 30 seconds. Because just like, I've noticed this in my own videos, and also just like I've, seen it referenced from other people. It's just like, if you can get people past the 30-second or 1 minute mark of your video, more than likely they're probably going to watch the whole thing. Right.
Oh yeah, and you'll see that because I can show you the curves on when people drop out of my videos.
Yeah,
and it's always like a minute in. So if you can get them past that point, the odds that they will watch all the way through are so much higher, and that boosts your again that watch time that YouTube loves. If you can get people past that 1 minute, that will help you out a lot. Most of my super successful videos are because people have been interested in the premise. I've managed to get an eye-catching thumbnail, and they click in and they stay on.
Nice.
And so it's just like, I think that's kind of the takeaway is like, you want to make content that people are searching for, whether it's like educational, entertainment. You want to provide some kind of service, right? And you want to make a engaging title and thumbnail, right? So it's like the battle is make content that people want to see, make the first 30 seconds to 1 minute great, and make the rest of it great too. But like the important part is the first 30 seconds to 1 minute, right? and then, get people to click on it, right?
Yeah. And also just be consistent with your
Mhm.
branding. Like, you can change it over time, definitely, but there's got to be something that people will look at it and be like, "Oh, that's Gigi," or "Oh, that's Milo."
Yeah.
That way they will remember you and they'll come back to it later to check on you.
And you can definitely see like large channels where if you go back to as long as they haven't like privated their early videos, you can go back to
Mhm.
their early videos and it's just
And you
like,
can see
oh,
how it changes. Yeah.
yeah, just like, oh, well, I'm doing like anime video essays now, but if you go back to my first 2 videos, there's a Wild Hearts there's a Wild Hearts collab video in
Ooh.
there. That's weird,
Mhm. Yeah, it's fun to look at my thumbnails and stuff too because I definitely have a distinct style more so than I used to. So I can go back and like look at old stuff and be like, "Oh, I don't like those thumbnails anymore."
Oh no.
Do you how do you get the art for yours? Do you draw them yourself?
It depends. Most of the time, I will make my own art. I'll make my own thumbnails. I use free use graphics and stuff because I have a graphic design background.
Mhm.
Um, so I'll make all of my stuff myself if I can. Um, it's very rare that I'll use other stuff.
So like for the Vampire Soiree, you drew that character?
Yeah, I do all of those.
It
Oh
looks
wow.
so good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It was really fun, and sometimes like I use my channel as an outlet for a lot of that stuff too. Like, just because you're trying to grow and you're trying to uh like bring people to your channel doesn't also mean that you can't have fun with it. So
Mhm,
I
mhm.
use my thumbnails as a way to express some of the artistic stuff that I
A
can't do in
creative
my day.
outlet. Yeah.
Graphic design isn't just Gigi's passion. No, I have a degree.
Yeah, yes.
But yeah, it's the thumbnail's very important, and I think tagging back on to what Lethia said earlier, if you find a video that you thought was really good, it doesn't seem to be doing too well for some reason, see about changing the thumbnail and reposting it.
Yeah,
See if
take it
that helps.
down, put it back. Take it down,
Yeah.
put it back.
Yep.
And sometimes, this has happened with my high dive video, and sometimes it just like takes a while to hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I can't remember what the video was, but a contact of mine in like a content creation business Discord I'm in was talking about how his video was just sitting there at like 800 views for 2 months, and then like something happened in the news, and then his video just went up to like 300K
Oh
in
yeah.
2 days.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
I've had that happen with some of mine too when a trend goes popular and
Mhm.
like I've already created a video for it.
Yeah,
I'll suddenly get like an influx of new views to it, new people
just
being
like
like,
a
"Oh, I know this is like 6 months old, but wow, I just found this." Yeah.
just like a new season of My Hero comes out, and you start getting more traction on your like superhero ASMR.
Yeah.
Yep, yep.
Or some other big content creator puts out like a werewolf one, and then everybody's like
Mhm.
going nuts over werewolves. So all your werewolf stuff gets hits.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Neat.
Okay, I have exhausted my brain on this topic.
No,
Lethia,
yeah,
I
that
give
was
you permission to
good.
proceed.
You're fine.
Branding.
I'm trying not to be a dictator because I really want you guys to talk about things you're passionate about. And I was really curious of like what was your best performing content, and y'all like nailed that one. Neat. And why?
Yeah.
And y'all nailed that too. I'm telling. I don't even know why I'm here. I could just let y'all
I'm a-
go. I could just make myself a PNG and go to the bathroom again.
Professional.
I've got that high dive video is like 10 months old, and I'm just like I'm looking forward to at the 1 year mark just like doing that video again, just like 1 year later, it's still shit.
Scroll back.
I think it's kind of cool to do those like repeats for content, especially if it's something that you really love, because then it's cool to like look back
Mhm.
and see what's changed.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well, it's like, how the artists do like their redraw every year of like their thing. It can show your improvement, make you feel good about your stuff.
Yeah.
I look back at my old tea times and I'm like, oh yeah, oh that was rough.
You're just making old man noises, just like oh god.
Oh my god, why did anyone go to tea
But
with me? It was so lukewarm.
It's good. It's good to look at because like people still engaged with you. It's still interacted with you, even knowing that like there's portions of it that you don't like anymore.
Mm.
You can still
Mhm.
find bits that you do and it helps you improve.
Yeah. Thanks, Gigi.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys
Wisdom of the
brainstorm
giraffe.
about.
About what?
Milo? I'm not saying it. That was Milo. That wasn't me.
Oh, giraffe of the lake, what is your wisdom?
Booba, nice.
Damn. Let's go.
Okay,
It's good wisdom.
I've been chugging my tea, so I gotta go to the bathroom again. I'm gonna let y'all brainstorm about our next section, which is the creativity. Don't say anything cool without me though. I need you to like edge the audience for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay, this is that kind of stream. All right.
That's for the Patreon.
That's a Patreon content.
I can't do that on YouTube.
We're gonna get TOS'd in 3 different places.
God. To YouTube and Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Patreon, have you so you're on Patreon, right? A little bit. Do you do much with it?
I have a Patreon creator page, but it's not active. People can't subscribe to it. I just have it like set up at a basic level, and like I have kind of a core idea of what I want to do with it. But I'm actually, this is probably something we should have talked about earlier. But I'm of the opinion that like you shouldn't really try to monetize your users until you hit a like user viewership floor that lets you monetize them without taking their money directly, right?
Okay. So you're trying to build more ad revenue first before.
Yeah, like you don't want to get most of your money from your users' pockets because they're like people who need to pay rent and stuff. And that's like just my like opinion, man. But that's how I feel. It's just like I would rather do a sponsorship where like Reese's gave me, $6,000 to talk about their, just eat a Reese's cup on stream every day for a year or something and talk about it. Like
I wish Reese's would do that. Like, Reese's, damn, give me some fucking candy, okay? I can empathize with that. I think I have a person in my real life who's an econ major who kind of pushed me on that. And I ended up when I was probably around 3,000 or 4,000 subscribers, so I was still pretty small. I would get people like asking if they could donate to me or if they could like give me funds or something like that. And I think that kind of started it. And it was proposed to me as it's not a mandatory thing, which is why I made it like an early access to videos so that people still get all the content. You just get it a week earlier. But if people want to give you money, give them the option.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have things like stream loots and stuff like that set up.
Just extras, yeah.
Yeah, Lethia, we were talking about cool stuff while you're gone.
Oh man, y'all suck.
Gigi was asking about Patreon, and we were just talking about kind of the push and pull between like how early is it okay to monetize,
to start trying to monetize a little.
Yeah. And like, is it better to try and monetize your viewers or monetize their attention, right? Like ad revenue versus you give me $5 directly,
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it's always very good too to like talk to your viewers and be like, hey, this is available. You are not at all required to give me any money whatsoever because your presence pushes the algorithm and helps me out anyway.
It is enough.
Yeah. But it is great to have like an optional method, right? I just I like kind of cringe a little bit when I see people who are trying to monetize their like, they have like 10 incredibly faithful, loyal viewers, and they're trying to like
squeeze all the money out of them.
It just feels so bad. I'm just like, they have to pay rent too.
Yeah, it's like I waited to even start on mine till I had like 5,000 subscribers. I did not start early. Like, have the plan, but don't put it in motion until you feel like you have a good base.
Yeah, I do like your advice though of just like give them the option, and I like providing a service while giving them that option, and that's like we'll talk about that in CreativiTEA. But just like my Streamloots collection was kind of designed as
so adorable. It's so good.
Yeah. It's designed as like an optional way for you to like engage with the stream / bully me / make me do things like write terrible haiku while also giving me a monetization option with a 90-10 split. So
Yeah. That's a good feedback loop too, because that creates extra content and it creates extra like engagement.
I think
And
I think the closest I've come to just being like, guys, give me money, is I have like a monthly Streamloots pack goal where if we can hit X packs sold in the month, I'll do a 12-hour stream.
Ooh.
that's pretty good. It's like a pizza party that your teacher gives you.
Yeah. If you sell enough
Except
like
you don't get to
laser
choose
pointers.
the toppings. Everyone gets.
All right, children, if you get enough gold stars, I will buy you one pizza.
Get one slice each and a juice box.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back. I was manipulating things in OBS.
Hi back. We're the guests.
I guess this is the dad jokes that I've just walked into. Oh my lord. Okay, so let's do it. Do you guys want to play a little game before we move on to our next discussion itself?
Yes, play
Yeah.
game.
Okay, that's the answer I was looking for. Let me
Are we doing,
transition
like,
this
Fortnite?
over. Bing, 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 bing. No. Okay.
Oh,
that's right. We
So,
covered this. We're doing Smite.
If you see, bam. Can you see my thing? Oh no, I didn't do it. Hang on. Bam. There we go.
Ah, I see the bam.
Yay! I'm gonna put it
Game
behind our
time.
T setup though. Ding dong, ding 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 ding.
We'll rely on you here, Gigi, because like I struggle with just like pulling words out of thin air, right?
I have ADHD. I think this may be a problem.
This is gonna go so well.
We're just gonna stick our heads together and we might come up with like
Listen,
one
together
good
we can do
response.
it.
Whee! All right, guys, and chat. The way this game works, it's called Taboo. Have you guys played Taboo before?
No.
No.
I played
That's
with
a tag I like
Ghosty,
though.
and it was so fun. So, basically,
Glad we just glossed over that.
if we look at this, it says like visor at the top. So this is the word you want your like teammate and or the other person to say. If they say that word, then you get a point, or they get a point, depending on which version you play. The words below it are words you cannot say. So you have to describe or get the person to say the thing up there without saying, you know, hat, golf, sun, where, etc., etc.
So I have to make them guess it. Okay.
Yeah, basically. So I would say, protect from hot ball, upper part of body, or like
Light
something, basically.
in sky on top of skull.
Tennis?
So it's like audio charades almost.
Yeah, it's like audio
Yeah.
charades. It's like for describing things. So we can do a practice round. Last time I played this game with Ghosty, I just made Ghosty close their eyes IRL, and I described it to them just for like that extra immersion, and because I'm lazy to try to figure out how do I set up permissions for who can see things and who can't. So I promise I will not be cheating. I will have my cursor like over the next button if we get the word right, but I will not be opening my eyes. Okay.
I will close them.
We'll say Lethia.
Well,
Oh, is it
hold on.
Lethia going? So we can
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
Lethia can't.
Yeah, we'll say G. We'll say M. Da, da, da.
M.
Da, da. Da, da. So here's our points.
LGM. That's my favorite.
We can see
my
who's
favorite.
cheating.
My favorite.
Yeah, if your
sexual
eyes are open
orientation
on your
LGM.
model.
Yes.
All right, so I will be the one to describe first, so y'all have to keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of us at the same time.
Yeah, and if either of you gets the word, then I will, you know, if it becomes chaos, then we'll do it to just one person. But
Okay.
we'll try to have it be a group thing. So I'm the one describing, you guys have to close your eyes. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
Are your eyes closed? I can't see because I have the taboo thing in front of my OBS setup.
Are your eyes closed,
Because
Lethia?
I don't know.
No,
if
mine eyes
my
are open.
eyes-
I'm reading. All right, we're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ooh, goofy synonym. So out there.
Oh, goofy synonym.
Goofy synonym.
Oh, it's so much. It's so much. That person is so much.
Extra?
Extra?
Oh, more textbooky. Kinda clowny,
Mm,
zany.
Oh.
Silly.
Silly?
Excessive.
Oh, we're close. I can't believe it.
Unbelievable.
No.
Oh, eccentric.
You could also use it if you're like making fun of someone. Like it's a synonym for making fun of.
Mm,
Oh,
This is a hard one. I feel bad. This is the first one we're
Yeah.
working with.
making fun of someone. They're
it's
goofy.
synonym
They're
with
extra.
Goofy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the word itself means like goofy, extra, over the top.
Exuberant.
Oh. There's a little extra like zany thrown in.
I got nothing.
Chat. I need help.
Normally
Normally you can't give this hint, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna give you a little boost. It starts with an R.
Oh,
reclusive.
No.
ridiculous.
Yes, Milo. It's ridiculous.
Thank God
You can
gave us
look.
the R.
I'm not allowed to
We
say
never would've gotten
silly.
that.
I'm not allowed to say crazy. I'm not allowed to say nuts.
That was
Knew it.
good. That was good. That was good.
That was hard. I'm crying.
Are our eyes still closed?
You can open. We'll do one word
Oh,
at a time now. We're gonna get everybody warmed up.
Yeah. The brains are working. I can smell
I
it.
could not have.
Crimson.
I could not.
That
have
one was
done
hard.
That as a host, yeah.
Okay.
Just the fan on Milo starts spinning a little harder.
Do you want me to do it again? Does
Yeah.
one of you guys want to try?
Let's do it one more time like that.
Okay.
Yeah, still
I'll do one. That was a hard one. All right, close your eyes. I'm gonna get started in 3,
Okay.
2, 1. Oh, coming out. Where do you come out from?
the
Closet.
closet.
Really? Did we get
This closet.
it?
The gays.
The
Yeah.
gays.
It's
We love
easier
the
if you
gays.
can like do an indirect comparison like that one. Like
We love our gays.
I love
and
how
lays,
you're
don't
just
we?
like textbooky. It's
the other
Uh,
one was hard. What
and
do
then
I
we're
say
just-
for
and then we're-
ridiculous? Gay?
Gay.
See, this is more
The
on
gay?
brand for what comes out of here. Okay. See, it's not too hard. Most of it is
Yeah.
okay.
Pretty
All
good.
right.
That's pretty good.
Are we going? Do you want
I
us
think-
to give you hints or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
who's-
you can both do it. Oh yeah, let's do that. You both can do it, and you can keep each other. Make sure you don't say the white words at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Close your eyes and press the button, Lydia.
All right, I'm closing. I'm pressing in 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. The children use them.
Scribble with this.
iPads, pencil,
When young.
crayon.
Dad
you're
will
so
be
close.
mad if you draw on the wall with this.
Crayon.
It's not a crayon. Crayola.
Yeah.
Nice. Dad will be mad. I'm crying. Scribble.
He will be scrubbing at the wall angrily.
Scrubbing. That was good. Okay, we'll do another one. Y'all are on a roll.
Nice.
I'm closing my eyes. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Ooh.
Similar to what we just did.
Scribbling.
Um.
You use markers.
Mhm.
Whiteboard.
And... Oh, so close.
Very close. Very close.
Blackboard.
No.
Little further, colder.
Oh, board.
It
Erase,
doesn't
dry
have-
erase board.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang. Good job. Okay,
No, you. Good job.
I try.
Mhm.
Both you
Okay.
too powerful.
Lethia OP.
Are we ready
OP,
for the
Lethia.
timer version?
Oh god. Yes.
Oh, God,
Okay,
the
wait.
pressure's
Who's going and
So-
what?
I'm gonna explain it to you, and we have 60 seconds. So we'll see how many we can get in 60 seconds.
Okay.
on? Okay.
I'll
We're
close
gonna
my
start
eyes.
with another ridiculous, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eyes are closed.
You guys can stay past. If it's like longer than just a couple of seconds, we're just gonna pass it.
Mhm.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, eyes closed, eyes closed. We're gonna get started in 3, 2, 1. You have to do this when you watch ads before a stream.
Skip.
No.
No.
I do it before while something is loading. I'm
Buffer.
Waiting.
yeah, waiting.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's
you
go.
throw it back. Spicy?
Ass.
Spicy water. Cactus.
Alcohol.
Spicy water cactus.
Rum.
Tequila.
Yes, Milo.
James Pussy Water.
Take my money. Bang, bang, bang.
Gun?
No.
Robber?
Plastic.
Bank?
Credit card.
Yeah, credit card. Oh,
Nice.
noise.
Bang, bang, bang.
Noise. Sound alert.
Onomatopoeia.
Oh shit! I said the word. No, the sound. Torba sound.
Pass then.
Yeah. Okay.
Alarm.
Time over.
That's -1 for Lethia.
I know.
Oh, time over.
No. How many was that? 3, 4?
We got 3 or 4.
We try. We try.
Yeah.
All right. We're not looking at this one right here. Okay. I thought that was pretty good.
That was good.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to get started?
Mm-hmm.
Eyes
Okay.
are closed.
So now my eyes are closed.
Oh,
Oh,
your
wait.
eyes are closed.
Who's
Okay.
opening their eyes?
You two.
Oh, we're describing.
Unless you want to do solo.
I don't know how we're tracking the points.
There are no points. We
There
just
are
have
no
LGM.
points, there are no rules.
We
Gotcha,
literally
gotcha,
are.
gotcha.
We have an acronym for Ligma, is what we have up.
Oh my!
up at
All
the
right,
top of the
60
screen.
seconds. Starting 3, 2,
Lesbian
1.
gay men.
Go, go, go.
Something that
Balance this.
A
Teenagers-
scale?
don't get taught.
Oh, checkbook. Taxes?
Very close.
Ooh,
Very close.
getting
You
close, getting
balance
close.
Check.
It's a monthly thing.
Checking
Oh
account.
god, I said the word.
Monthly something.
You balance the.
Book, not a book. Account? Oh, I'm gonna pass this one.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, I work at the clinic for people with this.
Sickness, disease.
It's a symptom.
Rhymes with beaver.
Are the beaver? Fever,
Yeah, right,
fever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we
Good, good,
love. We love authors create these.
What's in a
What?
library? Yeah. Oh,
The opposite of comedy.
whatever you find on Twitter.
Drama?
Yeah.
Drama?
It was drama, and time is up.
Good job.
God, that budget one got us.
Yeah.
Oh, budget.
I said
I was-
monthly without even thinking.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here giving the same hint over and over again. Lethia's like, I don't. This doesn't help.
I'm trying so hard.
I'm just like balance, slap, balance, slap, balance,
Milo,
balance.
no.
Like, no.
I don't know what's happening. All right, that's taboo. How we feeling? You want to play another round?
That's good. I like it.
Okay, I think we should do solo time.
Yeah,
So
we want to
with
do
that-
the points on this one.
Mm-hmm.
See how many we get.
I think we're
We're
ready
gonna stick
for it.
numbers in our Ligma now. Okay.
Okay, who's closed? Who's open?
Let's do. I will give hints first, and we'll see who gets the most points.
Okay. I will
So
close my
we're both
eyes.
closed.
I'm just
Yep.
gonna do, instead of a timer, I'm gonna do the 5 words,
Okay.
Okay.
and whoever gets those points gets them. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready, kids?
Yes.
Yes.
ma'am.
Woo! All right, eyes closed. 3, 2, 1. Oh, type of vehicle. Expensive.
Yacht.
Hummer.
On a road. Brand.
Limousine.
Brand. Named. After someone.
Bugatti.
Chrysler.
European?
Mustang.
Lamborghini.
We're getting there.
Bugatti.
We're getting there.
Bugatti.
Keep it coming.
European.
Oh, first I'm gonna jump in that one.
Porsche.
Yeah, it's Porsche.
Ayo.
Good job, GG.
Nice.
GG1.
Okay. Oh, this is the K-pop group. It's a girl group.
Oh.
They sing.
KDA.
No. They're super
I know.
big.
I know.
Like,
Yezi.
they sang ooh ah. They sang
I don't
Do
know.
you know K-pop?
No.
Okay, I will not do that then.
Okay. Pass.
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. I don't think I did that one. I'm skipping that one. That was hard. All right, I have 4 more. You give this to somebody when they
the-
did
the-
something well.
Flowers.
You said you did this, and my immediate was just like, head.
No, now Milo.
Reward.
Oh, it is
present.
more. It is
Bonus.
more gold-like.
Money. Gift.
It's a little extra.
Treasure.
Ring.
Like, my coffee tasted great. I put it in the jar.
Tip.
Yeah, good job, GG.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, I do not want to eat because I am.
Full.
Yeah,
Not-
good job, Milo. The creative behind paper wrapped in leather
Paper wrapped in leather.
Paper.
in a library. So many of them. The
Author.
Yeah.
Author. Yeah.
Oh, last one. Sucks things up.
Vacuum.
Yes. Yeah. You did it. I'll give you both points for that one. All right, so Gigi had
I think I had
3 or 4, right?
Four. With
four.
vacuum.
Okay, then Milo had 2.
Yeah.
Mhm. Nice.
Nice.
I did better than I thought I would do.
You did pretty good.
It's good.
Oh,
I'm usually bad at these kinds of games.
You did great. Okay.
Mm.
All right, who's next?
So I'll go next. I'll describe it to you two. So you two close your eyes.
Okay, I'm closing.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll do 5. And then whoever gets their points gets their points.
You're going down, Milo.
I know.
No.
Alrighty. Hit it, Lethia. We these guys talk a lot and wear suits.
It's salespeople.
They
Politician?
Yeah, politician.
Yeah.
Nice.
It is a unit of measurement of time.
Second, minute,
Second.
hour,
A very long
Day, week,
one.
millennium.
year.
Decade. Shorter
Decade.
one. There's 12 of them.
Month?
Month.
Yeah, Lethia, you got that
Sorry,
one.
Milo.
Milo too.
I said it too.
Each of you get one. When you meet someone on a
Greeting.
first date and you feel this.
I love at first sight.
No.
Oh.
It's a little bit
anxiety.
it's more positive. It's kind of
First impression. Good first impression?
It's a you feel a
Connection.
Euphoria.
yeah, connection.
Woo!
Lethia
Oh,
3,
gosh.
Milo 1 so far.
The hotel might have one of
California?
these.
Oh, a bellhop, desk person, room service.
It's a way to get
Dumbwaiter.
places.
Elevator?
Way to get
Not.
what?
It's a way to get places that are not at the hotel.
Stairs.
Taxi. Service. Limousine service. Pickup service. Ride service?
Closer.
Ooh.
Closer. What vehicle?
Car.
Bus.
No.
Shuttle.
Yeah, shuttle.
Yeah.
The trolley.
The trolley. Oh,
The
what the hell?
Shinkansen.
We gotta skip this one.
Okay. What was it?
Sears Tower.
Oh, man.
I don't think you're guessing that one.
Oh,
This one is there's a ball involved,
golf.
Cup.
and
Football.
there's
Soccer.
two teams on a court.
Rugby.
Basketball.
And
Tennis.
it's split in the middle
Soccer.
by a barrier. And
Volleyball.
it's usually
yeah,
volleyball. There you go.
Yeah,
Gigi
yeah.
said ball, though.
Yeah.
I thought you're not supposed to say anything in the word.
Oh, am I not?
I'll take it.
It's okay. I wasn't allowed to say beach. That was a big
Oh,
problem.
okay.
How many was that?
Was that 5?
I have no
I think
idea.
that was 5. Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Lethia got
So-
like 4, and Milo got.
I think Lethia got all 5, and I just also got one of them.
You got one of them too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Milo,
We both
Milo's
got
brain is
month.
cooking.
We both got month, and Lethia got everything else.
Yeah,
I just play this game a lot. I'm
Good
being
at it.
mean.
you're good at it.
Mhm.
Okay, Milo, you ready?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's go.
Woo!
All right,
Let's go.
Lethia,
I'm ready.
you and
I'm
me.
gonna write the horoscopes. We're going.
Let's go. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Movie series.
Marvel.
Professor X.
DC. Where's there X? X-Men. What?
X-Men. Got it.
Ooh.
What?
Third.
Earth?
Third.
It is the third rock from fourth.
Mars.
Fourth
Venus,
rock.
Mars.
Jupiter.
Yeah, Mars. It's
Mars.
If your belly button is not normal, then it is
Outie.
Audi.
Okay, so
Protruding.
truncating the word you just said.
Out.
Outgoing.
Perfect.
Oh, just
Yes.
out. Oh, okay. Truncate might be.
You put this encases
Money.
this encases
Glasses?
a moment that was captured in time.
Picture.
Picture frame.
One of those
Snapshot.
two words.
Frame.
Frame, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I prefer it when this is cold. The cold side of this.
Pillow.
Pillow.
Pillow, perfect.
Ooh.
I think that was 5.
I think I got maybe one.
No,
I
I
would
think
count that last
we
one.
got,
You both got pillow there at the end.
Yeah.
I think
And
we
then-
tied a lot.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
I
I think it was like
3.
I think it was like 3 to 4.
Mm.
Something like that.
Oh, really?
I think you got
Okay.
one more than I did, but I definitely got 3.
No, I thought you got more than me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Milo, what happened?
Out. I'm just like out.
Out.
What do I do for out?
Not.
Belly button.
You couldn't say like in or anything.
No, couldn't say in.
Oh man.
I was
Closet,
just like,
closet. What
the
do you do in
opposite
the
of
closet?
outside. What do you do in the
Come out
closet?
of it.
Leave.
We'll say I had 2. Gigi had
Anxiety.
3.
I do.
Yay!
Nice.
And Milo did really good, so we're gonna give Milo 7 too. Yay!
Yay! Look at
Hey,
it.
yo, 7s across the board.
Let's go. That's lucky number 7, boys.
That
Okay.
was fun.
I love
Pretty
that
good.
game. Super fun. Very good icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I
I'm
like
gonna
yeah, I love doing icebreakers 2 hours and 41 minutes into the podcast.
Into the game, yes.
ding.
Just keep it moving. Keep it
All
light.
right, so now we're going Fortnite, right?
What?
Oh, is that our second icebreaker? Is Fortnite?
I ain't doing no default Fortnite dance. What are you talking about?
I just love talking about playing Fortnite. I've never touched Fortnite in my life.
Are you serious?
Never played it.
Actually, that's a
think I have
lie.
either.
I purchased and played before it was a battle royale, back when it was like a zombie survival building thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it used to be called Fortnite Save the World or something.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
you're an OG Fortnite.
Are we
player.
feeling creative?
I all I know is that green is not a creative color.
Oh, are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I take your word for it.
That is a reference to a
Yeah.
you-
I was trying to think of the rest of the lyrics. I don't remember any of the other lyrics.
Green is not a
Creative color.
That's why you'll be creative. I don't remember the song.
Now
I
we're
just remember
thinking
that was a really
creatively. Yeah, there it is.
creepy-
Oh my gosh,
The
poor
Tea Time
memories.
theme song.
Green is not a creative color.
That's why I'm teal.
Mm.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Creativity. Question number 1 is, how are you creative?
I think as a BFA, as someone who holds an art,
Oh,
art
as someone
degree,
literally educated.
Yes.
as a fine educated giraffe in such matters, honestly, just fuck around a lot. Make mistakes. Don't be afraid of trying stuff and it not working, because the more you hold yourself back, the less that you're going to be able to do. And if you mess up, you mess up. Sometimes you make happy little mistakes, like Bob Ross in his
Happy
little
little
happy tree.
mistakes. Your cloud
Yeah.
is a little
All the
bit to the
little
left,
trees.
and that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So how are you creative specifically, Gij?
I illustrate a lot. I draw a lot. Thumbnails and all that. I play around
Model.
with SFX and different like scripting methods, and I write some of my own stuff, and yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good outlet.
Yeah. All right, Milo, how are you creative?
I think I've got more of like a technical
Mhm.
creativity thing going on. Just like I like figuring out how stuff works. I like examining things, pulling them apart, putting them back together in different ways.
That's probably a lot of your like software development
Yeah.
side. You gotta pull stuff apart to make that code work.
Just like when I made a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to be continued like channel pointer
I
game.
love that. That is so fun.
Yeah, and so there's like a lot of just like kind of examining everything that goes into what makes that work, and then just like recreating it using plugins, and I find that fun messing around with that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you get the ideas for that? Like, are you just like, this would be like funny, ha ha ha? Or do you like have a special like creative space? Or do you have like a list of things? How does this work?
Like the creative inspiration.
Yeah. I like making a lot of bulleted lists.
Nice.
The JoJo thing specifically, I just like wholesale stole the idea from some other streamer. Like I was just like, that's really cool. I'm gonna do that.
Mhm.
Beep.
And there's nothing wrong with that, right?
No.
But,
Stealing is the best form of flattery.
But as far as like other stuff, I like the like 100 ideas method, which is just like, write 100 things down, and you can expect 1 or 2 of them to be good ideas.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's it's interesting that you say that, because that was a lot of my in school was a lot of the training. Essentially brainstorming and writing down as much as you can, or drawing thumbnails as much as you can, and then going back through what you've done and picking out the best ones, because not everything is going to be good the first time around, and sometimes your first one is the best and you work on that one, and sometimes your 6th one is the best. It's just the way it goes.
Yeah. Iteration is less being creative and more just like putting out a polished product, but like iteration is my preferred version of like, just I don't want to get it right the first time. I want to, put a layer and then examine it, and then put a layer and then examine it, and then put a layer and then examine it, until eventually it's just like, art. I like to think of art as it's not just like what you're looking at as a whole. It is the culmination of 1,000 tiny details.
It's a process.
Milo, are you a perfectionist?
I would say generally no. Like I like it when things line up. I'm the kind of person who when I'm in Unity, the 3D video game engine, some people just kind of drag an item around, and it kind of, it's just like, okay, this potted plant looks good here, and it looks good there, and then I look over at the transform widget, and it says, oh, that's at 4.621973 at the X coordinate, and I have to like round it off to where it still kind of looks like it's in the same spot, but it's like to the first or second decimal place. That's about the level of perfectionism I am, is just like to the second decimal place, we'll say.
It just could be a little better. Yeah.
Detail oriented. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like I like things to be readable and neat and orderly, but they don't necessarily have to be perfect, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I see I'm kind of similar in that aspect, but I feel that I'm a little bit more of a perfectionist, unfortunately. I fight against myself a lot to try and not let it hold me back, because a lot of the time when you're looking at something like a detail on a thumbnail, or like I want a specific font that I can't find, or this one drop counter doesn't look quite right in this logo, I have to sometimes just let it go, because there are a lot of details that I will see in the creation process of stuff that's not going to matter in the end.
Did you face that with your like VTubing model? Because that's what I had to go through. Yeah.
I'm sure that you and I can kind of bond on that, because I tried to like when I first got my model file, I tried to rig it on my own. It was not good.
It's a time.
Yeah, and I think it was just because I spent so much time trying to make it look a specific way that the model itself wasn't really built for. And there's a certain beauty in letting stuff be like a little unique or a little wonky.
I agree.
Yeah.
Just like flaws are features.
As I tell my stream all the time, scuff is content.
Scuff is content, and better is the enemy of good. And truly, even though I am able to zoom in like 100 times to pixel number 4,000,000,002 on my eyeball, no one
You do
else
not
can
need
see
to.
it. No one else can
Yeah.
see it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The sometimes you zoom in like that, your details are gonna muddy everything. It's gonna look weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And Gigi, you mentioned something that I think is really important. Is just like um, being a perfectionist is like, you know, almost. I don't want to say it's like an affliction or anything because that's a
Mhm.
really negative way of putting it. But it is something you have to acquire a skill of working beyond
Mm-hmm.
if you are, a perfectionist. Sometimes you just have to. You can't let it stop you from doing things.
Yeah,
Right.
it's very, very easy to look at something that you're doing and just be like, "Oh, I can never put this out because it's not done."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, it's very passable. Like you can put it out there and people will enjoy it and it'll do really well.
Yeah. And
Just
as
can hold you back if you let it.
pretty common advice is it's better to put something out that's good once a week than it is to put something out that's like quote unquote perfect once a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that narrative with debuts also. Like you don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to have like all of the chat widgets and all of your overlays in like a really awesome debut video. You can, but you are also just as allowed to just start streaming, baby, or
Yeah.
doing
You
your
don't even
thing.
have to have a debut, right? You
Yeah.
can just
I've seen a lot of advice where people say you don't like just don't debut, just start streaming and make sure that you like it
That's what I
before
did.
Mhm.
you put a whole lot of
Yeah.
effort into it.
And money.
And money.
And money. Or
Yeah.
time and tears.
Right.
And that's something Gigi also talked about a little bit during one of the breaks. Was just like, you don't have to spend money, but a lot of people do.
Mm.
And so you want to make sure that you can just get started for free with a Vroid model or a PNG or whatever, and see if you enjoy the act of like, instead of getting to play Elden Ring silently getting angry at myself for 4 hours, I have to like be on for 4 hours. I have to be
Yeah.
like, able to talk to
Entertaining.
both myself and people. Yeah.
Yep.
It's not you're not just like going live and just like playing video games by yourself, but people are there to give
Mhm.
you money. It's
Mhm.
you are providing a service of being an entertainer, and that's exhausting, and you have to know that you enjoy that, right?
Exactly. Particularly for streaming, not so much like my channel
Yeah.
content
Yeah.
stuff. When you're streaming, you're really kind of selling your personality and
Hmm.
and all of that. So you gotta pump it up a little bit. You gotta be a
Yeah.
little exuberant, a little exaggerated.
Yeehaw.
Pump it up. Pump the
Why my
jam
season
while
will
your
be
feet are stomping.
shorter because I get tired.
Yeah.
Get Giraffe gets eepy.
I get eepy.
The giraffe is eepy. Had a long day of splashing bandits.
Bonk.
Go lay down now.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's super important. Is just like trying it out first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, do you agree with the statement VTubing models are a luxury?
Yes and no.
Mm.
I think it ties a lot because the similar sentiment is for like commissioned artwork and stuff like that.
Okay.
So yes, art is a luxury, and yes, it's not something that everybody is going to be able to get in the style or from the person that they want because it's inherently limited. But I think having a VTubing model is also very easy to go about. Like there's multiple ways to get one. It just won't exactly be like the super ultra high quality that all of the corpo tubers have.
Mm-mm.
Coughs in Niji Sanji and their terrible voice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've seen some
Cost
indies
iron
with
for
more
next.
movement than I've seen some corpo ones. Ay ay
Yeah.
ay.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
a lot of like super successful indie VTubers, they made their own model and they rigged it all themselves, and that's a perfectly valid way to go about it.
Mhm. Or even just like like Vroid has gotten to the point where you can
Oh,
have
it's
like
so easy.
it's so easy, and you have enough customization options, and there's enough tutorials out there that you can get like a rough approximation. Like I could make a rough approximation of what I look like in VTube Studio in Vroid
Oh yeah.
For sure.
for effectively free. Like maybe I have to spend 10-20 bucks on like getting some like robot
Or you
spinny
might
fan
have to
parts or whatever,
get a
but
blender thing or
yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah, or you spend that time learning Blender and
And in the
making it
process,
yourself, right?
you learn a new skill. It's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's actually an important thing to kind of consider overall with like content creation is like, you're here to be an entertainer. If you're trying to make this your job, then you're trying to take it seriously. You also just need to like learn skills that'll potentially be useful for if your career ends for whatever reason, like you put all your eggs in the Twitch basket and then Jeff Bezos decides Twitch is over.
And just
Yep.
nukes it.
Or
but
Elon
now
virus
you
or something.
yeah, or just whatever. But now you have skills as a video editor or as a 3D modeler or
Yeah, and you can
as
market that.
yeah, exactly.
So
I forgot what the original question was.
Yeah, me too. Hang on, let me look.
No. If it was, is it a luxury? Is a VTube model a
Oh
luxury?
yeah, that was my statement.
Yeah.
So yes, if you view it that way, it can be. But I think as well that just getting all of the setup and getting all the artwork and getting all the VTube modeling and all the expressions and switches, they do not mean a whole lot if you don't know how to stream and if you aren't an entertaining person.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
you can
fortunately,
have so much cool stuff and nobody will watch you.
yeah. And fortunately, just in the same way that like, you can save up money for a VTube model
Mhm.
or you can make a free one, like being entertaining is a skill that can be acquired as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like it comes very naturally for some people, but like, you can do things like take improv classes or just watch more content in the style that you want to be and stuff. But like I just don't want to like discourage anyone just like, oh well, I'm not funny, I'll never be a streamer. It's like, well, you can cultivate that skill, right?
You also don't have to be funny to be
Yeah.
entertaining. Like there's
True.
plenty of people that aren't they don't focus their content around comedy, like they're more informative or they're doing other stuff, and like that stuff's interesting as all get out.
Yeah. There's just like a list of skills that you have to acquire and be comfortable with, and you can acquire those skills. Anything you need to be a streamer is things that can be learned.
Roy,
Right?
I'm crying.
Roy
Like just like
VC, I am
always
very
talking.
funny. You better watch it. I will get you.
Yeah, and I think even people who are maybe naturally more extroverted, and I wouldn't even say quote unquote like funny. Some people I think could be like that, but people that are just better about maybe talking in front of a crowd, because that's kind of what you're doing. I think you still need to learn to refine that for live streaming, because it's not necessarily the same as being funny like within your group of friends. Like you have to be able to multitask and kind of guide a narrative. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's another thing that can be taught. Like I don't know if I'd consider myself to be an introvert. But like I said, I don't like getting DMs. I don't like small talk, and I also just like am uncomfortable just being in a voice chat one-on-one with someone unless it's
me too.
Unless it's just like for a purpose, like Lethia, if we ever did like a one-on-one tea time, I'd absolutely be down for that.
Good to know. I was sweating in my chair for a second.
Yeah. Well, it also helps like if you have an established relationship with a person, right?
Oh, for
like,
sure.
If I ever get the DM, just like my worst nightmare is getting a DM that's just like, hey, can you hop into voice for a second? And I'm just like,
the cold call.
Danger.
I'm sorry, I am currently busy because of the way that I am.
Yeah, I would never. If you ever get something from somebody that named Lethia who is like, jump in VC right now, just block.
I need your Bitcoin address.
Block ban. Yeah, not me.
But like, kind of going along that point is like, I feel like I lean more introvert than extrovert, but like I feel like on stream I give more extrovert energy. I think.
I think I run
that's
into
because
that.
I've cultivated that skill,
Yeah, I run into that because like I'm a very introverted person. I have, admittedly, I'm being a little vulnerable. I have a lot of social anxiety. But my job, my day to day, I've always worked very closely with people in kind of customer service roles, so I'm pretty good at mitigating that. And I've learned with streaming just to kind of fill empty air as much as I can, which helps a lot. Because when I first started out streaming, I sort of let my introvertedness take over, and there was a lot of dead air and a lot of dead space and just me playing the game, kind of looking at the screen. And that you learn that you gotta comment on stuff. You gotta make it
You
entertaining.
gotta babble a little.
You gotta
Mhm.
babble. You gotta let your mind wander.
And it's okay if like what you're saying is a lot of nothing sandwich, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But also, it's important to just like, if streaming is like, they've chosen your stream to be with, they want to hear you, then you've got to put you in the stream, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that's a. I have the extra skill of the ADHD where I can remove the quiet filter and just let the ADHD happen.
Just let it
Um,
go.
So I
Unleash the
just sit
chaos.
there and I babble mostly to myself, and sometimes I'll respond to the chat.
Yeah, you're just doing your own meditation live is really what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll play Minecraft and be like, guys, I don't know what's happening right now, but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Feeling some kind of way, you know?
And I think what Milo was saying was like really very accurate, because I think we talk about babbling, but like that's a viable path of entertainment, to just be like, there's a blue guy over there, the grass is green, the sky is red. And there's also learning like what to talk about that invites more interaction, like, oh my gosh, have you guys seen this character before? Have we seen this character before? What items should I use? And like knowing how to lead conversations versus just comment on things.
Yeah. There's also a lot to be said for like listening to your favorite like YouTubers or streamers as well, kind of figuring out what they do, like how they handle their dead air.
The vocabulary they use, how they talk to chat.
Yeah, like what kind of stuff they start to bring up, or if they stick purely to the game, and that can be really helpful.
Oh yeah.
And you'd be surprised just like how often, like, one of my Oshi, my original like VTuber Oshi is just Sasha, and she regularly streams to like 130. She's partnered. She's like 130 to 150 average viewers.
No larger streamer.
And you'd be surprised just how often she still just has to fill dead air, because like she does ASMR content, and a lot of people are just lurking to hear her voice, and so she'll just have to like find things to talk about because no one's chatted in 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of got to pull it out of thin air.
You need that creativity.
With streams it's easier because you have a goal.
Yeah.
Because the goal is to fill the dead air, whereas like just normal conversations, I'm like, I don't know why I'm here.
Yeah, the silence is okay. I mean, I guess if you want, you can have like silence in a stream. That's okay.
Like it's not necessarily a bad thing. But it does.
It is less engaging though.
Yes.
It can be less engaging. Like if it has a purpose, like you're being quiet because there's a monster behind you and you've got a heartbeat monitor on and your heartbeat's like spiking, like that's a good
or there's like dialogue in a game that you're trying to listen to, or
see that's a struggle I've been dealing with, Lethia, is like I have been finding to myself that I just don't like playing story heavy games on stream, because I just get like itchy when I'm just sitting there. Like, God forbid I ever have to play Kingdom Hearts on stream, right?
Oh no!
Because like, yeah, I'm playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. I've been playing that for going on 4 months now.
Ooh!
And I just get itchy because like sometimes there'll just be cutscenes for like 8 minutes, and I'm just like, when do I talk? What do I do?
That's when I let the ADHD
people are here for me,
out.
Yeah, I always feel bad because I like respond to the characters and I talk shit about them.
Yeah, that's what I do.
And that's what I end up doing too, is I just like kind of talk over the scene, and I have this like little anxious moment in my head where I'm just like, well, what if people want to see what's going on?
No, Milo, it's your stream.
I have to reassure myself with that thought. They're watching you to have your commentary.
Yeah. If they wanted silence, they could play the game.
Yeah, they'd play it themselves if they just wanted the game.
Yeah. That's like something that I that's something that I struggle with still to this day, just over and over again. I'm just like, what do I do if I'm not doing a thing? What do I do?
Oh, it's okay. You could just exist.
You could just vibe.
Okay, any final thoughts on whatever's question that was? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I think we started off with, is VTuber model a luxury?
And now we're here.
We've leapfrogged our way over to this.
Woo! I'm happy about it. We made quite the progress. Well, then I want to ask one more thing, and then we can kind of see where it goes from there, and then we'll take a rain check. It's I guess maybe just a check-in is a better one. But where does your creative inspiration come from? Milo, I know you talked a little bit about like your Oshi, but does inspiration come from anywhere else? Is it always your Oshis?
A lot of it is. A lot of it is. I like trying to think of like what is an interesting thing I can let my viewers do. Like right now, in the same way that I have the JoJo to be continued screen, I'm working on trying to make a like live GTA wasted quick redeem.
Ding! Yes, please.
Nice.
And so I was a lot of my inspiration is just like what can I do that's like cool for this, you know? But then it's also like this balancing act of well, I don't want it to be too disruptive, but
That's true.
yeah, a lot of it is also just like this is a weird thought. I wonder if I can do this on stream. It's just like I was just talking about it's Elvis's birthday. It's my dog Elvis's birthday on June 12th. And then everyone's just like, we love Elvis, we love... Because, like, they can hear him barking in my background a lot of the time. And thankfully, he's been generally pretty quiet this morning, but I was just like, well, this is a weird idea. What if I just had a live stream IRL birthday for my dog? And so now I opened up my throne so that people can buy gifts for Elvis if they want and hold them live on stream.
That's such a good idea.
I'm gonna cry. That's so cute. I love
so
that.
A lot of it is just like random ADHD thought followed by, can I follow through with this?
The answer is always yes. It's how much patience do you have? The answer is always yes, though.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. I think that my answer to that question would probably be pretty similar. Is just like letting the thought follow through and seeing if I can bring it onto stream. A lot of finding more creative inspiration, I think, just comes from like consuming massive amounts of other media. Like, as always, just like read as much as you can. Like I read a bunch of like short story Reddit threads all the time. I read a lot of fantasy novels. I read a lot of like romance stuff because that's where my content normally goes. I watch what other people are doing and I enjoy it, but I also like watch it to pull stuff from it and see what does well. And I'm a sucker for I hate playing horror games. I hate horror movies. Can't stand them. I'm a sucker for a horror audio. Talk to me. Scare me.
Oh man,
with your voice.
that's
interesting. Do not want the visuals. Don't give them. But they're very good. Yeah. And then you can pull a lot of like inspiration from that source material in very creative ways.
I'm trying to like build up my creative inspiration for more like I feel like I've got a decent handle on my live space.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to figure out like creativity. Yes, I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to do with my long form YouTube content, and so there's like a few series I'm kicking around the ideas for, and a lot of I'm actually kind of struggling a little bit with just like getting started because like I told you before, I like making bulleted lists, but then it's turning that bulleted list into a however many minute long video is appropriate. And just like getting it from A to B is like a struggle I'm dealing with right now. Yeah.
I think that it's a lot of what I used to do in school is collecting references and collecting resources. Because there's a lot that you stumble about on your day-to-day going through the internet that you're not going to be able to find again at a moment's notice. So I have folders and folders and folders of pictures and quotes and stuff that I can pull from to use for projects or inspiration or things like that. And I think something like, oddly enough, Pinterest is really, really useful for that. So Milo, if you don't have a Pinterest, you should get one.
Pinterest.
I should get a Pinterest.
Get a Pinterest because you can pin little facts and you can pin little pictures and all sorts of stuff for your videos if you want to work on them.
Do the things have to be on Pinterest to pin them?
No, they can be anywhere. It's an aggregate site.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a place to put bookmarks, but in like a visual format.
Nice. Okay. I'll make one right now.
Yeah, but it's
gotta go.
very useful. So like you talk about your bulleted lists. I do a lot of the same thing. I have like a little Discord server that I'll dump ideas into.
Yeah.
And then if I ever need something to do, I'll go back and I'll look at that, and then I'll kind of work from there with all my references that I gather.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Pinterest, 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Pinterest, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Also, art professors would recommend it.
Yeah. Reference boards are so important. I think I had a Pinterest board for Lethia 1.0. I had one for Lethia 2.0. Yeah, I made one for the background that you see behind you. So helpful.
It's. I think that would be an interesting, like, I've had it in my back of my head as I've still just got like my reference pages for what I originally sent my model mom and for what I originally sent Kaio for my backgrounds. And it's just like, I think that would be an interesting thing to share one day if people are curious, just like, oh yeah, you know, is like, you look at my model right now, the primary design reference for my model is an Echo skin from League of Legends, right?
See, I went through probably like 3 or 4 different of my own sketches before I really settled on what I wanted my model to look like. Yeah, and that whole process is fun too, kind of building up. Yeah.
This is really what I was hoping for in this. We finally hit the 3-hour mark. I was just hoping to get some tips from Gigi.
Gigi tips.
Okay, teach me Java now.
I have to learn Java real quick. Shit.
Oh fuck.
Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's a different
JavaScript.
stream. That's a different stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no. Well, do you have any other I guess facts, opinions, thoughts about creativity?
It's all what you make of it. I think that there's no one way to go about it. Whatever way that works for you is the best way. Don't be afraid to experiment or mess up or go back and do things over again if you want to. And
Yeah.
And I mean, just because you did a video before or an essay or an audio or whatever, and it didn't turn out the way you like I'm sure you learned a bunch from it. You can after you want to let it breathe for a little bit, right? You want to gather more aggregate experience, but you can just make it again, right?
You can. Yeah.
Yes. Oof.
It's good.
This is so true. Okay, well, yeah, you're right. It's been 3 hours. This is beyond what I thought we were going to get to. Y'all have been fantastic. Thank you.
I had so much fun.
I still have
the part where both of y'all kicked my asses in the word association game.
No.
It's okay. We're just better because we're female.
It's the AFAB.
I agree that.
Female presenting.
That's
the trade-off, right? Is that like you're better at those games, but also I don't have to deal with dick pics. Right?
Well, it depends on the site that you're on.
I don't know, Gigi. I don't know about that one. They follow me.
I don't know about that one, Milo.
Follow me.
I could pop up at like an alt account and I would still get one, and I'm like, yeah. How? How do you know?
I don't know if I'm just like scary or what. I've never had one.
Yeah, maybe I should just start like biting at people. Enter at your own risk.
Well, that either cuts them off or makes them more,
Shoot, you're right.
It either scares them off or you get the real creepy ones.
Oh no. Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, do you have any final comments, questions, concerns for chat? Anything to wrap us up?
No.
Chat,
what are you thinking? No.
Chat, any final questions?
Chat.
Yeah, do they have questions for us?
Chat.
I've been kind of monitoring. I've been kind of monitoring what Roy's been saying,
Yeah, y'all been doing way better about looking at my chat than me.
We did miss, way back when, we did miss the last hydrate, but I took a drink anyway.
Oh, I'm hydrating.
Yeah. When are you coming back?
Mom, come home. We miss you.
Gigi, come home.
Dad did come back for the milk and cigarettes.
I don't even smoke, but I'm still going to get them.
Oh no.
I don't know. For me, I'll be back. I have been working on recordings and stuff again. I'm gonna pick up after my 3-week hiatus that I took because I wasn't feeling very good. But yeah, I'll be back.
Gotta get yourself some resty rest.
I know.
It's
important. I go to my doctor. It's
no burnout, Gigi. No burnout.
No die. Yet.
They live.
My my return stream after basically like a week and a half hiatus was just on Friday we played some Yakuza.
Mm.
And then I'll be back on Tuesday and Thursday again, normal schedule. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Woo!
So,
I'm thinking
where
about
can
cutting. I'm thinking about cutting one of those days just to be able to focus on YouTube stuff more, though.
Yeah, do it. If it makes you happy, do it.
cut some videos?
Yeah.
So,
Plug
Roy
your socials. Go.
Where can I find you? I am on YouTube at What Giraffe. That is my name. I'm on Twitter under the handle What Giraffe YT. And my Discord is also linked on my YouTube channel. So if you do find that, you'll be able to kind of get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Did I do it right? Yeah, I did it right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Do you have a Twitch? You don't have a Twitch, right? You just do YouTube.
I don't. I have a Twitch, but it's just the account that I watch people on.
Oh.
I'll put my YouTube link.
Do you have to? I think I might have the anti-link one, so you might have to put parentheses dot or parentheses link or something.
Will it snipe me? Will it
you
get
might
me?
You won't get banned, but you might get
acquired.
You might get censored. Yeah.
So it's
They're gonna put you in timeout again.
YouTube.com.
This one, what giraffe?
What giraffe? There you go.
YouTube.com. That's it.
Oh no.
And yeah, Twitter is kind of having an issue, and I have a Discord in the work that I have some two lovely moderators, Jimmy and Raptorling. They've been helping me work, so that's probably gonna be open very soon if y'all want to see more of me. Yeah, thank you so much, lovely Gigi and Milo.
My stuff is all just Milo_V2B pretty much everywhere. I don't really post on Insta, but I'm on there too. But TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, it's all the same just handle, right?
Yup. Yeah. Yup. Keeping it consistent. Good branding. 10 out of 10.
Keep it good. Consistency is key.
Yay!
All right. Well, I'm going to tap out, you guys. Thank you for the lovely conversation. Thank you for the stream.
Yeah. I'm going to move us over to ending soon in just a second. Chat, I hope you guys have a good day, afternoon, evening, night. Here's your early good night kiss. Mwah! And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.